Nuovarden is a dimension of wide-open mystery and infinite discovery created by our very own Dungeon Mr. Ty and published by Adventure Slang Productions. You can learn all about this dynamic game system and wondrous setting at adventureslang.com.
Our adventurers began their journey at the foothills of Seer's Chance, a large plateau-like structure of old ancient land plaque design, now repurposed into essentially a tent city where the Guardians faction, a collection of Selku and Ixa and Asgul, gather together to delve into deep meditation and ruminations. Our adventurers two of them called from a sort of traveler's camp, a range camp, learned about this opportunity, and upon arriving were greeted by Locknall, a member of the Guardians faction, one who is familiar with the Dreamgiver's aspiration, the mountain range in which one of their four elders and perhaps their wisest, most proficient seer, a grand oracle known as Stilmanthagni, has gone missing after going off up to the lucid cleft of towering mountain where he occasionally goes to meditate and ruminate. What usually is a 2-week journey for him has now turned into 6, and strange happenings have begun to occur all throughout the range. Our adventurers headed off. Ruki, a Kakuts and Lamplak character, moved out with Kexyfess, our Starnum, in the body of a Swihu, and Locknall, headed into the Dreamgiver's aspiration. After a interesting encounter with a gore and possibly and likely the death of whoever the gore's individual was, who kind of the traveler, the merchant, who was steering this, was likely dead. It sunk in the seriousness and the dangers of this place. Staying a cold night, for some, a partially sleepless night, they awoke the next day to arrive finally at the Seven Bridges Pass. A pass that cuts clear and straight like a razor blade through a sheer and daunting cliff wall that runs for days in either direction. The pass, the really only good option, only to find out that the strange happenings, the tremors, the booms, the gale force winds that have been happening for the past 3 to 4 weeks have compromised or even collapsed several of the bridges throughout the pass, creating a bottleneck for travelers. After some conversation, they realized the really only good option for time, for their rations, for difficulty, is to try and wait for the next boom, the next strange happening every 1,000 breaths. Wait for the gust to pass through the narrow channel, billowing through at extreme pressure, and the tremors, and then to move through in 1,000 breaths before the next one occurs, passing through all 7 bridges, whether they are there or not. We ended the session with our travelers waiting for the next boom. And that's where we will begin. We return. The boom happens, rumbling throughout the valleys and cliff sides. You hear it echo through louder than it has been yet, and you realize once you're on that other pass, it's going to be this cliff-like wall of mountain that rises up before you is clearly suppressing much of it. So when you get on the other side, what's loud now is going to be even louder. The tremors have only been growing, and the gale force winds are to the point where Kexyfess in the Swihu has had to grab hold of Haruki's fur in order not to be blown away now. How much more on the other side of these cliffs? But regardless, with the boom comes the gale force winds. You are off to the side of the channel. You see the wind sweep through, just tearing up dirt into huge plumes of smoke coming out this side of the cliffs, and you feel the tremor shaking through the ground, having to brace yourselves slightly. And as soon as the ground comes to a still and the airs die down, you know every breath counts. 1,000 breaths.
Do we go now?
I think okay, yeah. Now. Yes, go.
Yeah. Right. This first bridge this first bridge is together, right? The first one's intact.
Intact. First two intact.
I'm already ready.
As far as we're aware.
Running on my thin, stumbly legs as I cross as quickly as I can.
So, you begin to run for the first bridge. It is uphill. Naturally, almost everything is uphill here. You are just gaining elevation mostly. The pass is no different. And it's quite a bit of ways before the first bridge comes into sight. You pass by the towering sentinel cliff walls. They stretch up some 2,000, possibly 3,000 feet up above you. It's just sheer. It's like being in a tunnel, except you can see the sliver of the light up above you as you run into this space. I would like each of you to make a body check. In just endurance as you run and sprint for the first of the bridges. This is a called roll body.
Paul, I have a question with regard to the pendant. That is something that would need to be used before the roll?
No, it could be used after.
Okay.
Yep, totally open.
I don't plan on using it for this, but...
Yeah.
So 3 and a 1?
3 and a 1, okay.
3 and a
4
1.
and a 1.
4 and a 1. Okay. You all progress down. Haruki, of course, taking the lead, clearly the fastest, clearly the most physically competent. You other two following instead. We can go ahead and jump over to the VTT.
As I'm bounding on all fours past, taking the lead past Leknal with Kexyfess on my shoulder, I'm gonna just say, I'm the biggest of us. If the bridge gives way, it'll be with me. But don't worry, I have a means. And I'm just gonna across, hopefully, the first bridge.
I believe in you. Whatever you do, it's gonna work.
Thank you.
Hi.
Yes.
While exerting yourselves, what discipline do you think is most suitable for keeping track of how many breaths you are using? Would that be mind or would that be lore?
Ooh.
Define for me what you mean by using breaths.
Just generally keeping track of time, how long it's taking you guys to move, right? Because every breath
our characters
counts.
being able to know how many breaths have passed.
Would that be like a mind check?
I think it would be lore because you're
okay.
Yes, the measurement of the actual
Calculating.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Well, and the measurement of how the world is moving.
Can you all make a call lore check for me?
Okay.
Come on, Leknal. That's your whole
More
thing.
confident with this.
4-1.
That's a 3-1. I'll bump it to a 4.
That's 2 1s?
2 1s, all right.
That's
okay.
fine, right? It's
Haruki and Leknal, as you approach the first bridge, it looks firm. So you guys are running up this way, getting towards the beginning of the bridge. And as you guys approach it, you are aware that it has taken about 125 breaths to get up to this first bridge.
Oh my God.
I'm bringing out a calculator.
Yes, these are large expanses. I mean, this is long, cutting through this sort of area. So you guys arrive at the first bridge.
Left.
Okay.
We'll do marching order. Who is running across first?
I will. Haruki will go first. Paul, as I'm looking down, how far is it a fall? If this thing gives way and we fall, how far to the water?
Right now, it's only about 50 feet. But you can clearly tell this is the lowest of the bridges. It is all kind of, it's a steady uphill on these cliff sides, these like small cliff outcroppings. And it's only these cliff outcroppings where you're at are maybe about 12 feet wide, and then it's just sheer. It's down. You can tell the stone walls of this canyon are rather smooth. You don't see much for like jutting out rocks or cliffs or things to hold on to. So it's basically a slide. It's clear this river at some point must have been much higher and cut through this stone. And so has really just left a smooth cliff wall all the way down. The waters below you, you can see every once in a while as they crash up and the rapids are running through, you can see boulders exposed. I mean, falling into this, though the water would help break some of it, at least from this height, there's a lot of rocks and that water is moving very fast.
Great.
Message received.
That's so great.
And
So
I'm running with
Haruki-
my pack. I've got my quarterstaff sticking out, and I'm trying to keep up. And you two are making gains that so far not.
Grasped onto Ruki's fur, beak snapped on, claws in, talons.
Haruki, you begin running across Kexyfess, you're clinging on. To your right, you can see the other bridge up some distance away. You can tell its foundations look cracked. It looks like chunks of it have fallen down already, but it stays intact. It's still fully intact, but it looks definitely worse for wear.
What's the material of this bridge?
Yeah, it's stone. It seems well-crafted stone. It's ancient. You can see similar, very faded land plaque engraving. Likely there was like names or other things carved into the sides of this bridge. This bridge still has like about a 3-foot wall on either side of the bridge, so it feels very secure. The one up above, it looks like most of those walls, those kind of guardrails have crumbled off and fallen in to the rapids below.
Okay.
Locknall, you begin to cross as well. Haruki and Kexyfess getting to the other side. Locknall, you're about halfway through. The path up ahead curves. Could I have you all make a body? This is an awareness check, a body check for just perceiving around.
4-2.
4-1.
Nice.
2-1.
Okay.
He's just going in the hole.
Haruki and Kexyfess, you guys see a couple shadows fly over you, and this is when you guys kind of look up again, and you can see far up above. They look almost like dots, but these must be the roar wings, and there are many up, just kind of moving about up above you. And what you can tell, it isn't like just gentle gliding. They seem agitated. After this last blast, they seem like they're just angry, and they're kind of soaring about. Kexyfess, this is especially intimidating for you because as a Suihu, you're just very tiny, and these things are
You're their
quite large.
prey. It seems odd that these birds would be so agitated in this time and gathered like this to dine on our carcasses should we fall. I mean, we're not going to. Hang on tight.
Carcasses? Did you say carcasses?
and you begin running the next expanse. So far, so good. Making decent time. I'll have another body check from you all. Kexyfess, if you're holding on to Haruki, you don't need to.
Yay!
4-2 for Haruki.
3-1.
3-1. Okay.
Oh no.
Haruki, Kexyfess, you guys are moving ahead. Locknall further behind. This expanse takes another, we'll say, 85 breaths.
God.
It's
Before
okay.
you
790 to go.
Before you arrive at the next stretch. Haruki and Kexyfess first. Locknall, you're only about halfway behind, working your way to catch up. This bridge.
Oof.
I will have Ruki, you can go ahead, and Kexyfess, you can both make a lore check on this bridge to assess
4-2.
the bridge. Okay, very good.
4-3.
Or 3. Very good. To both of you, this bridge looks compromised.
Oh.
It looks somewhat stable. But on that, you just know that likely crossing this very clumsily without thinking could be potentially dangerous. So carefully maneuvering this bridge is perhaps the safer way to deal with it.
Okay.
Maybe we should wait for Lucknall.
I think Lucknall, the bridge not looking good. Be very careful. I think we should go so that we're on the other side. And if he ends up falling, then I can grab him with my mind and bring him over to us.
Okay, I'm going to start moving out onto the bridge.
Okay.
Great.
And Paul, I think my plan here is to choose my foot placement very intentionally.
Okay.
And looking at the tiles, the land plaque engraved tiles as best I can to look for those that might seem more sturdy. And looking at the way this bridge is shaped and damaged, does it look like there's can I tell the mechanism for its degradation?
Its degradation is certainly the tremors plus the gale force winds, a combination. It looks like likely the tremors caused cracks, and then the wind sweeping through dislodged chunks of it.
I'm going to do my best to step on uncracked tiles as best I can.
Okay.
Could I
Perfect.
aid him if this is a roll with shouting my opinion about, oh, nope, there's a crack right over there. Don't do that. That looks not good.
Yes.
Try going over here instead.
Because you both succeeded on your lore roll, yes. You make it around halfway.
Oh, no.
And at this point, Haruki, I need you to give me a number 1 through 6. This is the number you don't want. Okay, that's a 1. You step forward. You hear a little bit of cracking, especially at this most precarious point, just as the rocks shift a little bit, but then it stops. And you quickly get to the other side.
Watch your step, Lucknall.
And begin moving. And yeah, you get to the other side waiting for Lucknall. Lucknall, this is when you have arrived at the bridge. You don't need to make a lore check. The other two have warned you. You're kind of looking. You've seen, even as you're running up there, as tired as you are, you've seen how Haruki has been like being more tepid with crossing this bridge to make sure not to dislodge things.
I'm going to crawl.
You're going to crawl.
Yes.
Okay. You get on all fours and begin to slowly crawl across the bridge. Lucknall, because you're crawling, you're dispersing your weight a bit. So far, this seems to be working. You do get to the middle section where like cracks interlace, and you realize there's no great place to position. Lucknall, I need you to give me 2 numbers on a d6. Neither of these numbers do you want rolled.
Oh no.
I think I'm spidered out a little bit too with my long limbs, and I'm trying to really distribute my weight. 2 and 3.
Lucknall, that is a 2. Lucknall, I need you to now make a body check as the bridge shifts and the chunk that you're kind of sprawled out on, your hands on the other side where it's not, but this dislodges and you feel yourself sink. It pauses for a second and then it totally collapses.
Is this a challenge?
Nope, this will be... No, we'll do called. We'll do called.
So I'm full scrambling to hold on to the...
Can I help?
Okay, that's a 2-3. As I'm slipping, I'm going to snap one of those tines off of the pendant and bump that to a 4.
As you snap off of the pendant, you just like get like this inner wind and you just swing up your other arm right as it's shifting down. So you have both hands, and as it falls out, you're able to hold on and cling on to this cliff edge. You guys see this happen, and it collapses down. Locknall's hands holding on to the edge. You hear him grunting.
Can I go out to help pull him back to safety?
You can.
Rookie, be careful.
How
The
quickly?
additional weight may be a hazard. Sorry, Paul.
How quickly are you going out, Rookie?
Well, if I see my companion falling, probably pretty quickly. I mean, does he?
Perfect.
Can I tell? Does he look like he's falling off the edge and hanging on for dear life?
Yeah, you just see.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point, you see all that he was there, and then you hear the cracking noise. You kind of like focus in, and then whoo, like you see a chunk fall down, and then you see just his hands.
Kexy, I'm going
clinging
for
onto
him,
the edge.
and I'm gonna go out as quick as I can to try to pull him up.
Rookie, you run out onto the bridge. You hear other cracking as you move onto this bridge.
No.
And you reach down. Go ahead and make a body check to try and pull him up.
Okay.
It's okay.
4-4.
Oh. 4. Very good. Rookie, one more thing. Can you roll? Give me another number on a d6.
6.
That's a 3. Okay. Haruki, the ground holds as you actually fling Locknall most of the way across. You whip him up.
Whoa. That was the adrenaline. I'm sorry, friend.
And the three of you scramble across. Locknall, I imagine you kind of like just on all fours. You don't even quite stand up to get onto like the stable ground on the other side, huffing and puffing.
And somehow there's 2 of me on the bridge.
Oh, is there? You might need to
Is there?
reload. It might be lagging behind.
Too.
There we go.
You get to the other side, all of you catching your breath in that moment.
Are you okay, Lucknow? We have to keep going.
That which does not cease my life only makes me endurance and greater in health and vigor.
Whatever he said, keep going, keep going.
Yes, I
This
like
is
that.
when you-
I'm gonna take that later. Thanks.
Can I have? Let's go with this way. We'll nominate a timekeeper. Can I have somebody make a lore check for me, counting breaths?
I mean, Lucknow would be a good one. Roll
Yeah,
this
you
is
definitely would.
Called
Called. Yep.
4-1.
4-1. Perfect. That encounter took another 55 breaths.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
And as you move up to the third bridge, you realize that sections of it have collapsed. There's probably somewhere between this first sort of section out in front of you, the bridge steps out and then it has collapsed down. It runs along the cliff wall. It's maybe about to the next section, maybe about a 10-foot space that has collapsed.
Do you feel like you can make the jump, Lucknow? Otherwise, I can try to hurl you across.
I'm not particularly fond of the hurling, but it's a bit of a distance. It would be quite a challenge for me to make that range.
Let me gently toss.
You hurl. I'll be here ready to catch.
I don't know if that's going to work, Kexyfess.
No, but with my mind, not the body. I would get squished beneath you and likely be expelled from this form. No, I would catch you with my mind.
I think then I will take a running start, and Ruki, you could perhaps use my momentum to thrust me forward, because I don't think I'm not
Here,
so
and I'll get down
small.
on one knee and I'll web my hands together, run and step onto my hands, and I'll give you a bit of a boost.
All right.
Locknall,
Yes.
I will mention getting up to this third bridge took another 90 breaths.
Oh my god.
Okay.
So it's 55 to cross the second, 90 here. So you guys are at 355.
What's our 355 is what we've spent?
Yeah, 645
Yeah, we have
left.
645 left.
We are halfway, nearly halfway. All right.
We still have
Okay.
4 bridges to cross after this one.
Oh, we are getting low on time. I run and I plant my foot in.
And I hurl him! Boost him across.
You hurl him. This will be another body check, Locknall. Haruki, why don't you give him an assist on this called body?
An assist is
If I need it.
one die.
Indeed.
If he needs
yes.
it.
If I need it. Let's see.
And
If
if you'll
you need
allow, I think as he's getting thrown across, I'm also going to be flying.
I think we're
just
good.
kind of near.
Okay, you're flying.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
That's a 4-2 on the dice.
4-2. Locknull, you make it getting firmly, especially because of the boost, firmly onto the area, and you don't overshoot. Like the momentum, you're able to stop because this is only maybe about a 4-foot section of bridge that's on like a precarious cliff.
On the pillar?
Yeah, it's basically like a pillar that had supported the middle of the bridge. It was like a double, like a little double bridge, and both parts collapsed. And so you get over onto the other side, kind of teetering there, but then gain your balance. What's the move? Are you going
rope?
for another
Rope? I have rope.
Okay,
You have rope. I could use the rope and fly it over to the other side. Rope?
Yes, I don't think there's enough room for me to get enough momentum to even leap. Can I tell the distance from here? Is it another 10 feet?
It's about the same. It's about 10.
Oh, yes. Take the rope. Take the rope.
Okay,
I pull the rope out. I start tying it around myself as Kexyfess takes the other end.
Put it in my beak. Start.
I don't tie it
Kexyfess.
around myself. I tie it. I secure it on this anchor point because I have to use it to cross. I can't,
Yeah.
I didn't
Cross
think the
with
physics.
it on you.
Kexyfess, as you fly across, can I have you make a called silence check for me?
Uh-oh.
Hey, man, I don't like this. Silence.
Mm-hmm.
2 1s. I'm screeching and panicking the
Kexyfess,
entire time.
As you
Huge
fly
flaps.
across with this long rope across, you see the shadows up above start to descend a little bit, and they're starting to move more agitated up above you guys.
This isn't looking good. This isn't looking good. This is not looking good. I'm gonna try and find some sort of rock and or boulder, something that looks pretty heavy that I can either tie this around, or if I can mentally lift the boulder, put the rope under it, and set it down.
Yeah, there's a number of pieces of debris, of chunks maybe that have fallen from up above, from different parts of the cliffside, some far way up that have descended down. So there's certainly one that looks heavy enough, maybe about 16 or so feet in, that you move and wrap the rope around. So now there is essentially you've created a tightrope, Locknull, between this pillar and the other side.
Yeah, to army cross.
If
That
I
of course
may,
is going to I
am going to I'm going to use my innate ability from my Lonplock heritage to transform my body into a Corsicatant.
Okay.
So I'll make a roll for that. That's a 3-2. I'll use a primacy to get that to a 4. And then I would like to fly across to the other side.
Okay.
And then grab the other end of that rope and hold it tight as Locknull makes their next move.
That sounds great. You fly
I'm
across,
also
grabbing a hold of it. As you fly across, the roar wings descend yet a bit closer, seemingly agitated at other things flying down below. Locknull. Strength check for me. I mean, sorry, not strength. What game am I playing? I need a called body, please.
Time to cross. Does
It
this
can
rope...
be assisted by Haruki.
Okay,
Great.
let's see what happens here. That's a 3-1. I think I have to snap one more thing and bump it to a 4.
It's done.
What can I
Locknull.
help you get it to a? Can I help you get it to a 4?
Yeah, you can try the assist first.
Yeah, go for it.
rather than snapping the twig.
Right, wasting it. Yeah.
That's
Come
a
on.
4.
Don't roll 1.
That's a 4.
Oh,
Nice.
hit.
let's go.
Locknull, you start to go across, and you start to kind of like sag in, and this is when Haruki like flaps his big old coruscant wings, tugging on the rope, pulling you just close enough to start to kind of get your hand up onto the cliff edge, where then Haruki comes and helps pull you up.
Oh, I feel like I'm providing less service as your guide and more of a hindrance in my inability to fend for myself.
Don't be silly.
Okay.
We're all in this together.
And we do need you. And you're great. And it can answer a lot of really wonderful questions
keep
that I really
moving.
appreciate. And we should definitely go. I'm going to lift up the rock with my mind so we can get the rope back.
Go ahead and make a mind check for me, please.
I would love to.
A mind roll mind. Sorry, I need to get the terminology right here.
3-1, so I'm going to use a primacy, bump the 3 to a 4.
Perfect. You shift the 2 rocks on either side and pull in the rope with your mind. So you're able to collect it. For the purposes of just being aware of the roar wings flying above you guys, I assume you're staying very close to the ground if you're flying as a coruscant and Suihu.
Oh yeah, for
the
sure.
Suihu is
Yeah.
under the
Really.
coruscant's wings.
Okay, perfect. And you guys all begin moving up to the next location. Give me 1 second.
Oh dear.
As you move to the 4th bridge, this is a steep climb up to the 4th bridge, and you clearly, these bridges are now, the 4th bridge looks like it's likely about 125 feet above the expanse, down to the river. It's also a steep climb, so running up this, well, for you guys flying, it's not so bad, but for poor Locknall, who's hoofing it on foot, this is a steep ascent. The crossing that you just went across took another 30 breaths. Running up to the 4th bridge took another 150 by the time Locknall gets up there. You guys should
we
be
have
at 535.
left.
No, yeah,
We're doing
yep.
opposite. I'm subtracting, you're adding.
You arrive to the 4th bridge, a large expanse of likely 50-ish feet of the bridge has completely collapsed.
Normally, Locknall, I would ask for consent, but I grab onto their shoulders with my claws and just start to fly them across.
All right. I'll need a body. It's called body.
And I will fly under using their larger body as cover for my small flying body.
4-2.
4-2. Okay. Lifting up
boy.
now, you can only move about 16 feet because you're carrying a same size. So you begin to fly across the expanse. It is now that you begin to hear the roar wings starting to screech, and they're getting closer as you are clearly up higher now and flying across. I'm going to have one more called body for both Kexyfess and Haruki to see how quickly you can fly across this expanse. To get to the
hear
other side.
them?
Oh yeah, they're starting to roar. Yeah,
Okay.
you can definitely hear them.
I have a 4-1. I think, depending on how Ruki's body roll goes, I'm gonna kind of be diving in and out from under to get an eye for if one starts to dive towards Ruki being able to intervene.
Okay.
I rolled a 3-1. I'm going to bump it with primacy to a 4-1.
Okay.
Delightful.
Very good. With both of you rolling a 4, you are able to get nearly to the other side when 3 roar wings begin to descend, like dive bomb down towards you guys. And so as you just arrive onto land, Locknall, your feet no sooner has touched the ground.
I just drop you kind of abruptly. And then I turn
As
back
three-
and kind of come back to protect the team. Just
As 3 roar wings come swooping down, screeching, I will need turn order.
Do you guys mind if I go first?
I'm going last.
ahead.
I'll go third.
Okay.
Let me roll
think-
real quick to see when these guys go.
absolutely. Because they go first if they roll the same, right? Is that how that works? Is it player
Correct.
first
Yep,
or?
Yep, but you go.
enemy
No,
first?
it's always enemy first. Yep.
Okay.
You go ahead.
Having mentally prepared for one of them to start flying in, they once again that like strange plasma-y kind of mist extends out and goes through their eyes, and I'm going to frighten them. I'm going to make them see, instead of just a tiny little Swihu and Corcusant, like the big old elephant things that we saw earlier.
Oh, the gore.
I forgot the name of them. The gores, yeah. They see a huge gore instead. And I'm going to try and frighten that one.
Perfect. Go ahead and make a called mind. Are you using 1 or 2 of your action dice?
I will use both. I'll use 2.
Both. Okay. This is a challenge roll.
Oh, it was just 1?
Challenge.
No.
Challenge roll
For me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I rolled a 3-2, so I'll use a primacy to bump the 3 to a 4.
Very good. And then frighten. Okay, so then you would gain the braced support versus the frightened creature.
That's what that does. I totally knew that. Great. Sure. I'll put myself in front as a big old gore.
Yeah. So now it's much harder for it to attack you. We'll assume that it's this one, right back here, the one that's closest to you. You kind of turn into a big gore as it's like swooping down, and it kind of like swerves off for a second, kind of phased by suddenly this massive beast here. And then we move on to Haruki.
Okay. Seeing them ready to engage and fully transformed into the Corcusant, I am going to fly at this one here and try to. I'm going to attack it.
Let's go. Do you have the Corcusant
yes.
abilities?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Awesome.
All right. So, doesn't have an added damage factor or armor factor, but it does have a melee combat. Yeah, I guess I'll roll.
Your body check. You're gonna do 1 or 2.
I'm trying to think if I'm gonna do 1 or 2 here. Can I still, on top of the innate ability, do like a enhanced body to enhance my claws? Is that reasonable?
Yeah, you can do both. So you could make. I think you guys have 2 action dice, right?
Yeah, we have 2 right now. So I could roll 1 die to try to manifest that, and then try to attack with the other die, right?
That's correct. The other thing to keep in mind, Haruki, is as a Corcusant, if you rolled 2 die and got a high success, or got a 4 and bumped it to, or no, I think it would just be double 4s, you apply a venom that immobilizes.
Although I think I don't get the special ability because...
Oh, you don't get the special abilities.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I'm just going to make an attack because I really want to hit this thing, and I'm a little worried about rolling 2 separate dice. So here we go. I'm just going to roll both action dice. And that is a 4-3. I'm going to bump it to a 4-4 with primacy.
Ooh.
Amazing. And I don't get challenge on that, correct? Like on normal attacks, you don't get challenge rolls? Okay,
no,
perfect.
status attacks only.
D4 plus 2 then?
Okay.
Damage? Yes.
Plus hobbled or slowed.
That is 2, and then I will go hobbled.
So 2 damage, so 4 damage total?
Yes, 4 damage total.
No need to hobble. You come in with your claws. How do you kill this thing?
Oh, I fly, I meet it head on, and as it sort of like dips to try to attack me, I kind of turn, and then I grab it with both claws, and I just tear it apart. And then I drop it and watch it just fall into the river below and get washed away. And then I turn towards the other one.
Amazing. Amazing. You just brutally rip this thing apart in vicious fashion. And as you do so, you're roaring at the other one. The other one has already began to sweep towards Lucknoll. Lucknoll, this one is going to make a song attack against you as it screeches at you.
Song.
I think that affects everyone though.
Oh, does it?
Ooh.
All
within
hostile
16
creatures.
feet. So it would be actually just, it would be both you and Kexy in the 16 feet area. I think that Rookie would be a little bit out of range. So that is a 1-4. So it succeeds. I believe you can all make a challenge roll mind. If you fail, you gain the debilitated.
I'm debilitated right now.
You rolled your.
Oh no!
I rolled a 1.
A 1. Oof.
I rolled a 3. I'm going to snap a thing to make that a 4 because
Okay.
we do not need everybody to be debilitated right now.
Yeah. What does debilitated do?
Basically, it's like stunned. I think
Oh,
you
no.
you
No
can't move or
actions,
do
can't
anything.
move. Yeah.
Yeah. You're just like, you kind of create this fear looking like this gore at this other one, and then all of a sudden you just like, you hear this noise and you're just like, oh my god, and your head just starts ringing.
Oh, this is the worst. This is bad. Out of all the experiences, this one's the really bad one.
Now you have braced and you have debilitated. Braced makes it increased difficulty for this one. Debilitated, I think, makes it decreased difficulty. Making attacks against you. So this one swoops in to attack you, Kexy.
Okay.
That is a 4-2. It hits
This sucks.
for 1 damage, which I believe is
Wait.
all. Wait,
No,
do you
but I
have
have an
armor?
armor factor 1 because of a double that I got last game.
That's right. Yes. Okay,
Nice.
This thing hits you. You kind of topple to the ground, like feeling the impact of it, like clawing at you with both of its claws. But you are not knocked out of this form. It stays fluttered, tattered upon the ground. With that,
Just
Lucknall,
groaning.
you are up.
Yes. I pull my quarterstaff free and I spin it and I flourish it and I point with it and the one that is swooping in at my friend Kexyfess, and I analyze weakness.
Nice.
That's a terrible roll, requiring me to spend 2 primacy to re-roll my 1.
Oh no.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 3, but it's not a success at all.
Not a success.
I can't figure, it's moving too fast. It's so beautiful.
Yeah, and also with that like booming sound that was coming from the other one coming down at you. It didn't debilitate you, but it has made you a little bit dazed and hazy. We now move back to the top of the order, unless you want to switch up the order. Kexyfess is otherwise unable to take action.
Let me go.
Someone else can go. Yeah, go. Do it.
Let me try again. I shall try again to analyze
So
weakness.
Kexyfess and Locknall switch positions
Yes.
in the turn order.
That also buys you a bit of time to come out of the debilitated infant. Okay, that's a 3-3, so I'll spend a primacy, bump it to a 4, and
Or
analyze
3.
the weakness on that 1. Strike it
Decreasing.
beneath the wing. Yes, and until the end
Decreased
of my
difficulty to
next-
hit.
Decreased difficulty for everyone. Yes.
Nice. Very good.
On that specific individual, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
That brings it back to Rookie on second turn.
Seeing that my bestest bud is being brutally attacked, I am going to tuck my wings and dive bomb down like a peregrine falcon, just beelining it for that thing that Locknall just called out its weakness, and I'm going to make an attack on this thing.
Okay. It's at decreased difficulty, remember, so you need a 3 or a 4 to hit.
Okay. That's a 4-2, so that's a
4-2.
success.
That's a hit.
That's 2 points of damage.
2 points of damage. You gash into the side of the roar wing, and it kind of screeches out. as it backs up against the wall, but is still alive. Brings it back to the roar wings. This one, having just been attacked by you, comes dashing back into you, Ruki, making an attack against you for a 4-2. Hitting you for 4 points of damage. It comes in and bites into your side, ripping viciously. The other one on you, Locknall, it had come in and screeched, and now it kind of like flies like its wings right above your head, and it's like slashing down with its talons at your face. That's a 4-1. My dice are rolling pretty good tonight, guys. For 2
I don't
points
like
of damage.
that.
2.
Oh, I don't
Only
like
I
that at
bought
all.
armor when I thought of it.
Catches you across the side of the face, drawing blood down the side of your left face from these claws. We then move to Kexyfess, who recovers from being debilitated.
I did,
nope,
what happened? No. Oh, no. Okay.
And now we move back to the top of the turn order. When we do so, Locknall, does it remain as you in the number 1 spot since you switched, or does it go back to Kexyfess?
Well, so technically, Kexyfess could go because the effect ended at the end of the Roar Wings turn.
Oh, that's true. You can go Kexyfess. Oh, good call. That's smart.
And then we can reevaluate the combat order before we start the next round.
Delightful. I'm gonna clamber myself back onto my little Sweehoo legs, flutter up to Locknall, say, hold me! And I'm going to hop out of my body. So I'm going to emerge from the Sweehoo in this, like, pink, magenta, purplish plasma form, about 5 feet, but floating above Locknall. And I'm going to dive for the roar wing that was attacking Locknall.
All right, let's do it.
And I'm gonna try to take over its body because it's being mean right now, and I don't appreciate that.
Absolutely.
So if I remember correctly, what is
it's a called mind roll.
Called mind?
Well, it's an action.
An action mind. It's a challenge roll for them. Unless it has a, what is it, size factor? Not size factor.
Same size factor as yours.
A non-sentient creature no larger in size factor than half of the Starnum's current injury scale. So I have an injury scale of 7. So if I succeed on the mind, I don't think it gets a challenge roll. Is that correct, Ty?
No, it's not. It still gets the challenge roll, but if you're it is. But it's not a sentient creature. So from there, you can inhabit it without having to continue to make.
I see.
Challenge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's already good. That's already a 4. 4-1.
Or 1.
Come on.
I rolled a 4. Would you like to bump it with primacy?
Can I bump it with primacy, or does it have to be a key point?
To a 5, correct?
Right. If you haven't used
Because it's
primacy,
mind.
you can bump it. Mhm. You have mind.
Ooh! Bumped. Consider it bumped.
All right. You are now this roar wing.
Sweet.
Ooh. Okay, it's me.
Is
Okay.
that the one that was analyzed?
No.
No.
Okay.
Nope, this is the one. It hasn't. This is the one that screeched, hasn't taken any damage. So this is a fully healthy roar wing.
This is way different. This is a bit bigger. Okay. Just give me a second.
Yeah, the wings
That's
also
my
feel
turn.
different. They're more like big old butterfly wings instead of like bird wings. So they're
It's
just
colorful.
like stiff. Yeah.
I'm confused. And that's
You also
my turn.
suddenly have sharp teeth in your mouth instead of a beak. It's like nah.
Ah.
An odd feeling.
Now we move back to the top of the turn order.
If it's all the same to you guys, could I go? Since I'm entangled with this thing, do you mind if I go ahead?
Okay, I'll swap with you because I want to go second.
Yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
get I want to get a hit on this thing if you don't kill it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That sounds great. All right.
Analyze weakness is still active, though, correct?
It is
it
until
hasn't
the
come-
end of my turn. So since we're flopping,
Yeah.
then
Yep.
it's yeah.
2-1.
active.
So I miss it.
You
As
could
it comes
primacy up 1 for a 3. That is a hit because it's.
I'm gonna
it's decreased
hold off.
difficulty.
I'm gonna hold off.
You're
on
gonna hold
that.
off?
I don't have a
Okay.
ton of primacy.
It gets a retaliation,
Oh.
Yes.
so I'm gonna
Get
go ahead and retaliate with it.
Mhm.
That's only a 2. Ah, darn.
It's 2 dice. It's 2 dice.
Oh, is it 2 dice?
Yes, because
This
if
is
it's
so
double
great. Thank
fours,
you,
then
Ty.
it's 1 injury plus slowed.
That's also a 1. So no, you're
Oh,
good.
thank goodness, okay.
You know what? These things got primacy though. I'm gonna spend 2 primacy. Can I do it on
Not on
reprisals?
reprisal, because reprisal is actually an agnostic effect.
Perfect. That's great. That's why we have you here, Ty. And also to enjoy your own game. Perfect. It does not strike back at you.
We're like
it now
tangling
is-
in the air, not
Yeah.
getting any purchase.
Locknall, you are up.
I take the Sweehoo that's in my hands, and as my free action, I stuff it in my satchel, and then I spring my my short staff around, and looking for where I identified that this thing is weaker. I'm going to use 1 die to attack it at decreased difficulty.
1 to maintain your analyze weakness.
If I succeed, I'll see what I.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on.
No,
Oh no.
that is a high failure.
Oh.
And I'm also running out of primacy, so I'm going to take my chances with the reprisal.
Instead of the reprisal, because these two are tangling, I would like Ruki to make a body challenge roll or be hit.
Oh,
Okay. Is that 1 die?
Whoa.
Yep, just
Mhm.
1 die.
Okay.
Come on.
That's a 1.
Okay.
No.
Can you roll a d4 for me, Locknall, as you accidentally hit Ruki,
Oh, no.
who's tangling with this guy?
that's a 4.
There we go.
Ouch.
Ruki, you just get bashed.
That wasn't what I intended.
Now it's the Roarwing's turn.
Well, I will use my other die to maintain it.
Maintain the decreased
Okay.
difficulty.
Yeah.
The other Roarwing continues to tussle with you, Ruki, being aided
No.
by Locknall. That is double 3s. I will bump 1 to a 4. For
Injury.
another 1 damage to you, Ruki.
Okay. And just to clarify, this is coming off of my injury scale, not the Corcussant.
No.
Corcussant.
What
No,
did you
coming
roll
off
to
the
get?
Corcussant.
What did you roll to get into the Corcussant form? A double 4 or single 4?
I think it was just a normal success.
A single
I don't think
force.
it wasn't
So
a high
you,
success.
you boosted your IS to 4 above your own.
Yes, right. And then that's kind of like almost like temporary.
Mhm.
Yep. And that got wiped away. Now I just took 5. Okay.
He's still in the form of the Corcussant after that?
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
it's just the damage is eating into
Yeah,
his actual form. Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, and now it is Kexyfess in her brand new body.
Okay. I'm gonna try and figure out how to maneuver in this body towards the roar wing and bite it.
All right, you clumsily flutter up and bite away.
Body? Is that what that is?
Yeah.
Okay. For 1.
Or 1. How much damage?
Is it just a D4?
Just D4.
4!
There it is. How do you kill this last Roarwing that's tussling with your friend?
I think as Haruki is like trying to get it pinned with their claws, and their claws are just battling back and forth, it leaves an opening for the neck, and I just chomp, and it just breaks.
Jump down. Yeah, it goes limp.
This is bad.
I think almost
bad.
instinctively,
I don't like this.
Ruki and then just kind of turns towards Kexy.
No!
is like,
no, it's just me.
I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
okay.
sorry.
No,
I'm so
I mean,
sorry.
maybe you should. Do we kill me so that I
no.
can then inhabit
No,
my
no,
spirit
we're
body?
gonna kill you. No,
Well,
keep
no,
the
but
body.
if you kill this body, I don't die.
No, keep the body. Let's keep going. Is Locknock?
Oh,
Are you
wait,
okay?
Yes, breaths. Oh, breaths.
Yes.
Okay.
I would be fine.
Locknall, can you make a called lore to see how many breaths
God.
flying across this and fighting these creatures has taken?
3-2.
Bump it.
We need to know. I gotta bump it. That's my last primacy. Unless I use blood
That
magic.
was another 100 breaths, 40 for crossing, and then every turn was 20 breaths. You guys are at 635.
Uh-huh.
And
Wait,
now
365
moving on
breaths
to the
nowhere.
fifth
Hey!
bridge after having.
Scarlet Song, thank you so much for the raid. Appreciate you very much. We're playing
Hey,
Raiders
thank you. Welcome in.
I'm sure you're well aware of. Thank you.
We are moving on to the fifth bridge, and it's at this point it continues to climb the fifth bridge, nearing about 200 feet steeply up above. The bridge is in terrible condition. It looks like it's precariously hanging on. As you fly low up to it, Locknall, you coming in behind it and getting up to that bridge takes you all.
Oh my God. This bridge looks really narrow, Paul.
Another 120 breaths.
Oh, fellas.
Not looking good.
It's not looking
We have two more though, right? Two more bridges?
245 breaths left.
We got
and
this.
2 more
We
bridges.
got this.
Just run.
Okay. You run in. Well, you're the only one running, Locknall. The other two are flying. But what I will have is Kexyfess and Haruki. You can either make a body check or a silence check. This is to try and avoid agitating more roar wings up above you as you flap your big, beautiful wings about.
Called roll?
Locknall. Called roll. Yep. Locknall, I'll need you to make a called roll body as you run across this bridge, making sure not to step too close to the edge, making sure to dodge cracks and other crumbling pieces.
Finally, I got a 4. 4-2.
Great. Rookie?
I had a 4-2. 4-2 is 4-2-2.
Kexyfess.
3-2.
All right.
Is there any decreased difficulty? Because I'm new to this body.
There is not.
You just
And
increased difficulty.
Yeah, no, stop.
Locknall,
Actually, yeah, you're right.
Locknall, I'll need you to give me a number 1 through 6.
5.
That's a 4. Whew. Okay,
Oh.
as you're running, you actually feel a piece shift underneath you, and right as you lift up your foot, chunk drops off of this bridge, falling down, plummeting into the rapids down below.
Bridge.
Kexy, you hear another screech up above you as another 2 roar wings begin to circle above you guys. They haven't dove yet, but they seem agitated, swooping up above you guys as you continue to move your way across. At this point, there's nothing left to do to get to the other side.
I have a question.
Locknall? Yeah.
Can I throw out a stun at one of them?
You could.
Is there any buts to that?
Yeah, get its attention. But
Perhaps, yeah, ask your party if that's what you want to do. Or don't.
Idea is that if it is stunned, it cannot fly, and thus it'll start to just dive, and perhaps fall past us and get hit on something, knock something, break its neck. I don't know, a wing.
it'll probably land on me and then break away the bridge where I'm
I
standing.
will say this. The range
Maybe I
of
should
your roar
wait.
is not far enough based on where they're at. You would have
Not
to wait until they're much
roaring
closer.
Roar. It would
Oh.
be my mental stun.
I see. Your mental stun. Gotcha.
Yes, because I don't think
Yeah, you don't have
I
the roll.
can. Yeah.
Okay. You'll wait.
I've mentioned it. I'm just gonna do it. She's just gonna do
Okay.
it. They're just gonna do it.
Sorry, when you said roar or whatever, I was thinking like roaring as the creature or whatever. But you're doing a mind ability. Okay. Yeah, you can go ahead and try and make a mind ability.
Hey. 3-4. If I bump that to a 4-4, can I get both of them?
In an area? Yeah. It's an area, right?
Yeah, most things are. Most things are. An area.
Yeah, you can get both of them. They would get a challenge roll, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
All right. That's a 2-4, so one resists the mind effect, but one it's just like wings literally stop, frozen upwards, and it just drops down into the water. Smashing into the water. The other one seems discombobulated, but this is all happening in its mind. There's no sorcerer. It's just like confused. It kind of wavers a bit in the air and continues a sort of circle. Locknall, I'll need one more body check as you cross the second half of the bridge.
Don't step in the wrong place. Oh yeah, 4-3.
There we go. Locknall, you make it across the rest of the way. I don't need another spooky 1 through 6 number call. You avoid any other further cracks. And you guys, this pathway is only about 4 feet wide. This is more of a ledge. Parts of it have slid off as you precariously make your way up to, well, where the 6th bridge is supposed to be.
Supposed to be?
It too has fallen away. This one, similar, maybe 30 or 40 feet across. The cliff wall is rather jagged. Pieces of essentially like a chunks of rock must have fallen not from far above through the quaking and knocked down this bridge. So it is possible to potentially climb across the ledge, but it would be utilizing climbing if that was something you wanted to do. Getting up to this point, to this bridge, took you all.
Oh no.
Another 100 breaths, putting you at 855.
145, fellas. 145 left.
Oh my god, we got this.
We got this.
How long do I think it would take me to cramp on and try to scurry across that ledge?
It's going to depend on a technology check to get on the rock cleats to do that. Two of you are flying.
Yes.
I can grab you, Locknall, and carry you across.
Both of you are large enough. Perhaps grab me together and it would be faster.
Oh, I am. I'm big. Okay, yeah.
I need Haruki and Kexyfess to both make a called roll body. If you are both successful, you will be no slower for flying across this section carrying Locknall.
Come on.
Haruki?
I failed. I have 2 2s, so I'm going to take a recovery option and take a primacy back. Yep.
You both
double
tug
ones
at
are
Locknall.
Better than whatever ones are better, right? Those are the better of the ones. Okay, thank God.
You both tug at Locknall, and you guys are realizing how tired you are as you've been blitzing through this section. And Locknall, they have not been able to lift you up off the ground yet.
Oh no.
We will say another 20 breaths go by.
Oh no.
Okay, this is working. Okay, Locknall, do you trust me?
Again.
Do you trust me? No. Wait, I got this. Do you trust me, Locknall? I just need you to trust me. Just say yes. It doesn't matter if you do it not.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, great. I'm gonna use my mind to imbue him with flight.
Okay.
It feels strange as part of my consciousness joins yours. And it just gets a little more crowded in your mind. It's like whenever I speak, you hear like small me like echoing in your mind.
Now, Kexyfess, I will need you to make a called roll mind.
Yes. I am going to be thinking of my friend Varanax, and I'm gonna, after hearing that Locknall does have faith in me, they do trust me. The mind is a blade, both a weapon and a direct path that will guide you to whatever you seek. And right now, I seek us getting to the other side in 1,000 breaths. Let's do it. Okay.
So now at decreased difficulty.
Yes.
Remember, you have primacy.
Okay. So I rolled 2 1s, but I'm gonna use 2 primacy.
I think those dice, are they all ones? Look at the sides. Are they all ones?
Yeah, they all
one
ones.
dice that I'm using, and I'm hoping. Okay, 3. It's a 3.
Okay, that succeeds. Locknall, you may now fly. You feel yourself up off the ground.
Oh, this is entirely unusual and something I've never
So you
experienced
just-
before.
You just imagine where you want to go, and then you go there.
All right.
As you fly across what would be 40 more breaths. 85 breaths until you know the next boom is coming. You all are flying. You can see now the other bridge is also partially out, only a thin pillar, but you all can fly.
I don't fly
And
as
you no
fast
longer
as
need
them.
What?
I don't fly as fast
Yeah.
as them. I only have a 16-foot flight movement, but I can
Okay.
also run as part of it.
Yep. So do you want to follow the path, or do you want to beeline to the other side across?
Beeline it. Beeline it.
Beeline it.
We just
I'm
gotta
okay.
go.
I'm gonna run to get the additional distance and then
On the
fly
ground, yep.
again in a beeline. Yeah.
Okay. So
I'm gonna stick with
no, not you.
Locknall.
you will. Okay. You're sticking with Locknall. What
Yep.
about you, Kexyfess? Are you sticking with them, or are
If
you?
Rue's sticking, then I'm sticking. Wherever
All
Rue
right.
goes, I follow.
Stay together.
You all stick together, and by so doing, staying low to the path, and then Locknall just lifting up to get that extra boost of movement. More breaths are going by, but you are staying out of the radar of the roar wings. You get to the final expanse, and you all traverse it, getting to the other side. With 25 breaths remaining, there's still a trail out to the cliff edge. So I need you all to make one final body check for me. Locknall, for you, it would be, we'll say, mind to try and... well, you can make body running first. I need you all to make one final body check to blitz towards the very end
Oh
of
my
the space.
god.
It's the same for me either way. So
Double 3s.
I got a 3-1. I will use another.
Kexyfess, you may take the mobilized as your recovery option and thus gain more speed.
I appreciate you, and I will do that. I'll do
Rookie,
that.
what'd you get?
I rolled a 2-1.
If you
So I
bump
am
that 1 to
going-
a 2,
You could do the same.
do the same and get the mobilized.
And what does that do for me?
It gives you an extra 50% movement speed.
All right, I'll do that.
Mobilizing yourself. Locknall, what'd you get?
I got a 3-1. I used a sneak to get bump.
Yeah.
Is that your second breaking of a twig?
As third.
Or third? Okay, so you have 3 twigs left.
Yep.
Okay. So we'll count the mobilize as success. You guys reach the edge right as you hear, and this time I would say it's probably twice as loud as you come out to the other edge. And you actually see like clouds up in the sky actually like gust, like move. Like these are clouds that are thousands of feet up. Like shift, and you can hear it almost sounds like a crashing, like tsunami moving through the valley floor as you guys duck. The path quickly turns around the corner and you leap as the gust comes sweeping through. The ground begins to quake to the point that if you guys had stayed standing and not just like dove to get out of the way of this wind, you likely would have been knocked off your feet. The shakes are tremendous earthquakes at this point. And it comes blasting through. The the 7 bridges pass, and you hear the 5th bridge just all these rocks plummet down. You hear a screech of a roarwing hit by the blast of the wind up in the sky. You just hear it shriek real quickly and then snuffed as this blasts through. Several breaths go by, the shaking calms.
Oh, we did it. I didn't have a single doubt. A single doubt in you. Locknall, are you
okay? Is everyone okay?
Fatigued,
Actually-
tired from expenditures, but I reach into my pack as well and I bring out the little Sweehu.
Oh, right. Yes. Okay. So I think you kill this body and then I get back into that body. I'm going to feel what it feels like to die. That's going to be weird, but I think I'll be okay.
Would you prefer to keep the one you're in?
I didn't think about that.
You're more powerful and faster.
And colorful.
It's true.
It's a beautiful form.
It is, isn't it? The plan was I would experience everything in one body, and then I'd go to another body and experience everything again and see the differences, and then I would keep doing that for all of eternity. So if I swapped bodies now, then
It's your
then I
choice to
wouldn't be
make.
able to- What do you think, Locknall?
Well, if we're forced to kill the form that you're in, it seems a shame to have to kill again. On the other hand, it may decide to leave us be, but that roar that it can do is extremely dangerous to us, and we have barely survived what we've been through. I recommend you stay the way you are for now.
I stay. This is me. Can you keep that body, though? I do like it. It's much nicer to sleep in, but I feel like it would be much easier. Well, I say that. I don't actually know what it's like to sleep in this body, so maybe I'm wrong. But it's smaller, so I'm able to cuddle up with Ruki better.
Right. Certainly. Don't let me forget so that it does not starve and thirst. And I'll put it back in my satchel.
Yes. Yes.
Ruki, as this is going on, you take in the grandeur of what lies beyond these cliffsides. You can see to your left-hand side, the river runs off of steep falls that must plummet some thousands of feet down below. All these rapids running towards this massive waterfall. You can see down far below a canopy of deciduous trees down in the far valley, following out the river. In front of you, Locknall, as you look up, you know the mountain in front of you. It is a broad, huge mountain known as the Slumber Song mountain, and it is beyond the Slumber Song. In fact, the high road, which you are drawing near to, runs up along the side of the Slumber Song, its grand slopes, and you know that at a certain point you'll be able to look down and see the small town of Stone Throw, and as you come around the large bend, that will be your first sighting of the Lucid Cleft. Its tall, grandeur spire, not quite yet, but around the Slumber Song. You won't reach it before the darkening, but in the eve of the morning, you will soon come across the split in the road. Up above, you can see a couple course Catans gliding around, kind of taken back to the air after the large boom. To your right, the path snakes down a little bit. It's the first time that the path has gone down. It goes down into a little bit of a valley, and you can see just barely where the two paths in the far distance, one breaks off leading to the left up along the slope of the Slumber Song, the other one down to the right, deeper into the valley, where still tucked in deep shadow, you can see a whole tangled, the whole valley floor covered in this purplish carnivorous trees, pine-like trees that just ring the whole valley, the low path to Stone Throw.
Did you say carnivorous or
Carnivorous. I think that's for needled trees, right? Carnivorous.
Carnivorous. Okay. I think
Carnivorous.
Not carnivorous. Yeah, they're not eating you. Yeah.
that's what I heard the first time.
Carnivorous, yes.
I was like, these
Carnivorous,
trees in the
yeah.
valley eat us? We're not going there.
We're not going there anyway. That's not the plan. It's not wise.
Carnivorous. Yeah. Carnivorous, not carnivorous. Okay, thank you.
Yes. You move on a little bit. It's beautiful. It's calm. Beyond that booming gale force, it's actually not very windy here. The slumber song blocks much of the wind, and it's peaceful. And you all realize just how weary you all feel, bloodied, using every energy to get through this expanse. And as you come to the fork in the roads, this is as good a place as any. This is going to be the most protected place before you make your way either road to set up your camp for the night.
I have
Wow.
long since transformed back into my natural form, and I'm going to try to heal myself and anyone else who is injured, if you would be interested in that sort of thing.
I believe with body you can only heal yourself.
Only
Oh, is it just self? Okay. I'm gonna heal
Self-heal.
myself
Healing
then.
tinctures could be used on others.
Yeah. Because we
Lucknow-
don't recover. Do we recover injury skill when we rest?
I think if you take a repose, do you recover all of your injury scale?
I
Yeah.
regain four
Okay.
injury scale points. All right, cool.
As you guys prepare dinner, set up the tent, you guys actually, Haruki's already just starting to heal.
Isn't he really cool? He can do that where he gets really injured and then I don't even have to do anything and he doesn't have to do anything and then it just slowly.
I wish I could help you, but I don't have that ability. Otherwise, I would. I'm not being selfish. Honestly,
No.
No, not at all. I wasn't even insinuating that. It's
I have a
just
minor
really interesting.
bruise. I'm fine. I
That
rested
was-
well the last repose, so I had some.
that was extremely harrowing.
It was.
Yeah, and we did it, and we can do anything because we were able to do that. And what's going to be worse than that?
The way back, I think, will be worse because the bridges have crumbled even more.
Well, it'll be better though because maybe the roar wings will be less agitated because we'll fix the weather.
Well, it's possible that they will begin replacing the bridges by then. They won't be able to until we can solve this issue with the
Exactly.
gusts and the crashing. But if the return requires us
we
to
can
go the
solve
low
it.
road.
Which we can do anything that we put our mind to, so we can.
Well, we should put our mind to getting there
try.
first. But
Yes.
if we have
There's
to take
steps to the,
there are
to the
ways-
mind.
to return that do not require crossing the bridges, they just would be longer on return.
Oh, and
Low
then we
road.
wouldn't be on a schedule.
That would be good.
Right. Well, let us discover what we must find out to begin with. The reason why we are here.
How was flying for you, Locknall?
It was strange, but I found it to be comforting in the buoyancy.
It's very nice. Part of me wishes that I could be in someone's body while I made them fly, so that I could feel what it's like to not be able to fly and then be able to fly.
Sounds a bit too intimate for my comfort, but
I wasn't saying
idea.
you specifically. It's complicated. It's a complicated
be.
conversation that has to happen. It's not one that I have had other than with the wonderful Lenai.
it is in your nature as a Starnum to have those conversations.
Yes. It's a shame I can't have them with the non-sentient creatures.
I'm sure they have an emotional response in certain ways.
I haven't ever thought of it. I sort of take over their mind. There isn't a lot of sharing that is done with non-sentient creatures.
Well, then be kind to the body.
Oh, of course. I respect everybody that I inhabit.
Well, that says something of your nature. It requires no further suspicions, if you know what I mean.
Sure.
I just mean
I don't know. I don't think I know.
I just mean your culture has a reputation to have an aspect of it that is.
Oh. Right. Yes. Yeah. Well,
Anyway.
that
Kexyfess
yes.
is a very honorable Starnum. I'll have you know.
And a lot of the stardom are there. It's the few bad that make the reputation and name for the majority.
Oh, good, bad, they're labels. I think intent and outcome speak far more than labels.
Then allow me to rephrase. There are several that the outcomes have not been pleasant for most involved, which has then paved the way for the name
I
of the
to
Starnum.
differ with you on this accord as we have in past conversations. Kexy, if it wasn't for the Starnum, my kind wouldn't be what we are now. So I, for one, am grateful for your visitation, the visitation of your
That's
people.
very sweet. And see, this is why Rue's a sweet talker. Rue really is just great at everything.
Yes. On that accord, I have to, speaking of, I have notes to make, so.
Yeah, can I watch?
The boom goes out again this time, right? This is every 1,000 breaths. You probably had 3 or 4 booms even getting to this location. And as the boom sounds off, the darkening comes with the winds gusting through, this time colder than before. The ground shakes, rocking back and forth. You guys hear rocks somewhere on a far cliff give way. Maybe a cliffside or something gives way, and you hear the sounds of a small avalanche of sorts somewhere lost deep in the valleys.
I'm making my notes, and I dare say it wouldn't be an entire surprise if the full mountain didn't fall down before this is all done.
Here, I'm going to look around. Do we look like we're at any sort of exposure to be hit by an avalanche or a rock slide?
The slumber song, at least on this facing, is very gradual. And then the other cliffs are quite some distance. You're in a fairly broad valley.
Okay. I think we'll be safe here for the night at least, but yes, what lies ahead is treacherous.
Yes.
Rookie, would you set up the tent while I watch the sky? Kexyfess
On
says
it.
as they slowly maneuver over to closer to Locknall and totally casually is looking around and glancing to the notes that they're making in their journal.
I am the journalist, so I'm making a few marks on the inside of my forearm. And at one point, I unwrap my left foot, and you see there are also marks on the sole of my foot. And I make a few hard to decipher inscriptions there as well.
Is that the whole of today?
I have different purposes for where I place the information.
So the inscription on your arm and the inscription on your foot is the whole of this day that we all had together.
Well, we'll say that, yes.
Well, what would you say?
I would say yes.
Okay. Rookie!
Rookie, you have set up the tent. It's shelter from the cold outside, very inviting as the temperature drops precipitously with the darkening. You have taken precautions to set up the tent low so that most of the winds will pass over top of you, and in a sort of natural divot in the earth. And eventually, Locknall joins you in the tent, where you begin a very fraught night's sleep, the boom waking you, the shaking of the ground every hour. You hear the scurrying often of little rage thieves or Ismu outside, curious at the tent during the calm periods, and then instinctively, probably maybe scratching at the tent, but then instinctively about 100 or 200 breaths before the boom, they scatter off, only to return. Yeah.
With Haruki's head outside the tent and his feet sticking out the bottom half, he'll kind of like open one eye as he turns towards the Ishu and the rage thieves. Just shoot, shoot, and then he'll kind of fall asleep again, and then just go away, let us sleep, please. And he'll just kind of try to shoo him off.
Is it good? Is that good?
Here in this space, because you all have fur blankets, Haruki, and because you're in a divot, you don't need to make a check for the cold. I'll allow you to have a full night's sleep. As interrupted as it is, you may regain all of your IS, any armor factor, unless the armor was broken, in which case the armor factor. But I don't think we had to worry about that.
I don't think we actually have armor.
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah, and then primacy. It was just Kexyfess from the one recovery.
I'm sleeping on my mat, but I'm sleeping by the fire because in Kexy's current form, there's not enough room for 3 of us in the tent.
Sure.
But I have my blanket and mat, which will give me a little boost to my IS.
Oh no!
Perfect. Yes, if anybody else has bedrolls, that does give you bonus IS. So remember that.
Oh. Yes, but I am not injured.
No, it gives you a temporary.
One
IS.
temporary IS.
What? Is
For
it
the next day, right?
It's
D4?
1 to 2. It's the
1 to 2?
You roll a
so
D4.
half.
D4. Mhm.
1.
Perfect.
I roll a lot of ones with this dice.
Dad, you should get a new one. Perhaps.
At the break.
Which is now.
Oh, well, hey.
Hey.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you so much. That was a very freaking exciting. I did not think we were going to make it.
Adrenaline.
Well, it was close.
Yeah.
What was going to happen if
Fly
we didn't?
was so...
Would we have to
was
like
so
make
important.
a body to try and not die?
There was a potential for somebody to get knocked off the bridge.
Well, we might find out on the way back.
No.
Just might.
No.
In
I don't
the
like
meantime,
that.
my friends, we will be back in just a couple of minutes. Thank you all for hanging out with us. Thank you for the raid, Scarlet Song. We really appreciate that, of course, and everyone else for hanging out. Thank you so much. If you like what we're doing, please consider following us here on Twitch, and we'll be back in a couple minutes. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
The new phase begins unlike most other new phases. It begins with another boom, another ground shake, another gust of wind, which is jarring every single time, though you're becoming used to it. Stretching out and tearing down camp, you now face a decision. Make for the high road along the side of the Slumber Song. A path you know, Locknall, because this is mostly how you have gone. It climbs about 2,000 feet up along the side of the Slumber Song before staying at that elevation for nearly the whole day, before then a fairly steep descent back down into the valley, and you should, before the other darkening, on a typical travel, would arrive at Stone Throw. You know that along that path, probably within 1,000 or 2 breaths, you will gain your first sight of the Lucid Cleft. Or you take the low road, a route you know to be faster, though few have taken it and most avoid it because of the darkness of those woods, because of rumors of it being dangerous. Most avoid it.
We will be exposed on the high road, but the views are remarkable. it is safer in the long run than the low road, which I have never taken because it is rumored to be deadly and unknown.
What more of these rumors can you tell us, Lacknall? Of this
Simply
low
that
road?
the inhabitants of the low road in the deeper forest can be vicious and unpredictable. In fact, I have known little to few who have ever made it on that route.
I like unknown, but I also like really pretty views. And I also don't like dying. I think. I've never died before personally, so I can't actually say, but from what I've witnessed, it isn't great.
It happens to many in this world. You are among the few that it does not.
Nor does
Yes.
it happen to us. And
Well,
it is
it all-
not.
I actually have a friend with me that has happened to.
For my peoples of both kinds, of my mother and father's kin, death is a strange phenomenon that is revered, celebrated in some situations. There are rituals among our peoples dealing with the passing of the life force and the return of the body to the land. It is quite beautiful, though filled with sorrow.
I feel there are a lot of things that are beautiful and sorrowful.
I suppose it depends on the perspective that one takes.
A part of me hopes to see it someday, and another part of me does not wish for it to happen at all. For Starnum, death is not supposed to happen, and so it is much a tragedy when it does.
Similarly
Well.
for the Soku.
I'm sorry, Lockdown.
We must be conscious and aware to pursue knowledge and to hold the memories and to profess. And if we are no longer extant, we cannot do those things. There is nothing but the memory.
How old are you, Locknall?
As a Selku or as Nephis?
Selku.
Selku? The number of seasons since the emergence.
And you see their little beady roar wing eyes like flick to your forearm and like the foot where they had seen you riding. Wow. So that's all since the emergence.
It's same for you, no doubt. You've been here the time your people brought it.
Yes. Well, I've been here way before the emergence. Well, not here, but I've been aware since before the emergence.
An interesting parallel we have, though it was you who changed our paradigm and not the other way around.
Yeah. Sorry about that. By the way.
As has been expressed, there's nothing to do for it now. Time
Not really.
seems to travel
I'm sure
forward.
you know there are many Starnum that are attempting to reverse, if
Of
you will.
course. Well, yes, that was the concern I mentioned earlier.
Yes. Yes. We should go. We should figure out which place
should.
we're gonna go.
I do recommend the high road. It's the road I know.
What do you think?
You are the guide that has been chosen for us, so I would defer to you, Locknall. The high road it is.
It'd be a more pleasant journey.
I
You
can't
begin
wait
your
to see.
way up the high road after packing up camp. Another 2,000 breaths go by. Another 2 booms, the shaking, the gale. At this area, it becomes clear that every time you hear the boom, it's best to lie flat or to get low because the gusts will take you off of your feet. Especially as you gain elevation. It's a steep climb, rather up 2,000 or mostly up 2,000 feet. But as you wrap around shoring up on the right side of the slumber song, you start to take a bend in the road. Yes, please, I forgot to mention, please also take off your rations, everyone. 1 more rations from your kit. You come around a bend in the road, and you are all struck with awe. Of course, Lochnull, you know this view, but coming around the bend for the first time, the full grandeur of the Lucid Cleft comes into view. A vast mountain, twisting and blade-like stretching up into the sky, but that's when you see it, Lochnull and Kexyfess and Ruki. The top 1/4 of the mountain is covered in a perfect sphere, smooth of cloud, like a cloud cap that usually forms over mountains, except instead of just kind of fanning out, it caresses and comes down into a perfect sphere around the mountain. And no sooner have you arrived, the boom again after 1,000 breaths, and you see the whole sphere of cloud ripple, pushed outwards as if the wind itself and the boom is coming from the summit of the Lucid Cleft. And as the air comes blasting outwards, you take down, the ground shakes, and the air being pushed out leaves a cavity. And so the clouds move out, but then get pulled in, and nearby clouds also get pulled back in, forming a sort of perfect sphere around the summit, a cloud sphere around the top 1/4 of the Lucid Cleft summit.
I think I would like to use field notes as I study this thing and try to determine its nature. It's a much larger area. It's not, and I don't know that it's an object per se, but it's a phenomenon. Okay.
Yeah, let's do it.
Awesome. So I pull the wrappings around my face down low enough to expose my other eyes. I think this may be the first time. And those eyes open and these eyes close. And I study this phenomenon to see what I can learn. That's double 3s. So I will also take an armor factor.
Very good. This phenomenon you know of nothing like it. Not seen or witnessed or in the memories recalled to you by Selku. This is not only elements, but Lochnull, you... How do you say? There is something gravitational about this perfect sphere. Something very abnormal. You imagine right now you're kind of feeling like it would be really nice to have an Ixa, somebody who understands mystery, because this is very, very wrong. It is the elements, but there is something else at play here.
Do I have a sense that it's involved with the manifestation energy, or is it external to the garden? Potentially. Or do I know?
It does not feel external to the garden, but it does feel foreign.
Okay.
It is phenomenal. A very strange thing.
Yeah. So I'm surmising, I think, that this is a potential effect of some focus of manifesting energy, potentially drawn. I'm worried, and I think I'll say this. This phenomenon is unusual for the garden, and I am concerned that it is either a field, an area affected by manifesting energy gone wild as it does, and perhaps drawn or manifested by, I'm concerned to say, Stilmanthagni themselves. It's the
Can-
best I can figure.
Can SLQ can do that?
I don't know. It is not something that I would have estimated, but we know that various individuals can become more powerful in time within the garden, and I am concerned that Stilmanthagni may have come upon some knowledge post-emergence that is after Nephis that has informed. It's strange, though. I can't say for certainty.
Locknall, the other thing that you would know for certain, the boom, the winds, the tremor are all originating from the epicenter of that dome.
And they seem to be physical. Very
Yeah,
much
I mean,
physical.
it is
elemental.
shaking the mountain and sending out shockwaves. It is sending out this air. It is interacting very physically with this world, for sure.
Yes, my clearest surmise is that it is an effect of energy that is powerful, that is enormous, as you can see. We may be going into an increasingly more dangerous environment than that which we just passed by exponents.
And we'll tackle it. We'll get through it. Because we always do. And we always have.
Well, we said that we would try, and that we shall. Do you believe the oracle to be within that dome?
I'm concerned that they are still within that dome. However, I have no idea.
Perhaps the people of Stonethrow will have more information for us. Know of their itinerary or something. There could be information to be gained. How far off are we from Stonethrow?
Yeah, can you see it from here, Locknall?
Almost a full day. From here, Locknall, you can actually, you have about 300 breaths till you get to the actual ridgeline.
Yeah.
Right now, you can't see the base of the Lucid Cleft, but once you kind of come over the cliff ridge line of the side of the mountain you're on, you should be able to see far enough down into the valley to Stonethrow.
Yes, we will
While
see it soon.
Locknall is distracted and looking to see if we can see the town, Kexyfess is going to drop their voice next to Ruki and say, Do Selku, I know they have the two eyes. Aren't the top ones usually closed and the bottom ones usually open?
I don't know. It could be an individual preference. I'm honestly not sure.
It's an individual? Okay. I'll ask.
That's good.
That's not offensive.
I don't think so.
I'll as we're walking up the 300 breaths to get there. So, Locknall, you have two pairs of eyes, as the Selku do. You typically, from what I have seen, they like to have the bottom ones open and the top ones closed, but you have the top ones open and the bottom ones closed.
And I close my bottom eyes and I pull my wraps back up and I open up my top set of eyes. Yes, it's just a preference.
It's just a preference. There isn't because I always thought that the bottom eyes saw like the Nuovarden and the top eyes saw like beyond.
As long as one set of eyes are closed, the other eyes may see.
Huh. Interesting.
Ruki, you smell blood.
Oh, no.
I smell something. Quiet, everyone, please.
Is it soup?
A large shadow goes over top of you guys. Locknall, you've seen these once or twice before, but you see a grand Corsicatant, a massive Corsicatant flies overhead. They're usually not around this area. It's a bit strange. They usually come from there's a mountain not far off that's known as the Corsicatant Cliff, where these grand Corsicatant reside. So it's a bit strange to see it this far out. But Ruki, your eyes focus in and kind of near the ridge line. You see a groff, which is like a large bear-like almost Ursine-esque land creature ripped apart. Not eaten, just attacked and ripped by what looks like talons, big talons.
Fierce hunters.
You think we could harvest that for rations, or?
I doubt there will be much left of it, but we could try.
Okay.
I've not often been the scavenger, but that beast certainly reigns in this territory. It looks like one of the same beasts that we just encountered, but much, much larger.
Well,
Is that
it looked
common
like what
for
you
this
were,
place?
but huge.
They are a larger form of the species.
And common here?
Not necessarily this far from the peak, but
Why would they be
more
displaced from the dome, perhaps, from the sphere?
perhaps this disturbance has driven it.
Mhm.
But if it is attacking a beast as ferocious in its own right, then we should be on guard as well.
Last night while you slept, I noticed that the creatures of this place were becoming perhaps attuned to this intrusion, anticipatory almost in their understanding of it. There may be an inherent explanation for this within Nephis itself. It is interesting that they would adapt so quickly.
Well, it is not unlike nature to make its adjustments as needed for survival.
This quickly, it's only been
Adapting.
days.
Weeks. It started three weeks ago.
Some weeks ago. Not exactly sure on when, but
Was the behavior that you observed, Haruki, unusual to any great extent?
Simply noticed that they were anticipating almost the disruption,
Yes.
retreating from it.
The cacophony is so great that I would imagine it would be a natural reaction in time.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
You would know better than me.
It's already disturbing me. I anticipate it even without realizing it.
yeah, you guys do find even in yourselves not being here very long, like heart begins to get a little bit faster as you instinctively near that sort of 1,000 breaths because it's so consistent. As you come across the not the summit, but as you come across the rise to where the whole valley floor opens up before you on the side of the Slumber Song Mountain, a couple of things to note. First, you can of course see far off, small little town, barely can notice it. Rock buildings right at the base of the Lucid Cliff. You can see a couple, maybe little tiny flags down there, but can't really make out much else the detail of. You take that in only for a moment, for you realize the sky, there are dozens of both grand and non-grand Corskatants. More alarming, Loch the side of the Slumber Song has given way, and now in its wake is a field of boulders stretching across where the path once was.
Covering the Porter's Trail?
Porter's Trail is gone.
Oh.
The whole side of the cliff has given way to a landslide of some kind. And so for thousands of breaths, it is a boulder field. But Ruki, you smell a lot of blood. And you can see out on this boulder field carcasses of animals as small as Ismu and even a gore carcass ripped apart. And you even see as you guys are kind of up here, something scampers across the rocks, maybe a rage streak, maybe something smaller, and of course Catan just bombs down. They seem to be just hunting this ground. It doesn't pick anything up, it just attacks. agitated. Others kind of swoop in. The Korskatans all agitated, and the Korskatans are arguably much more formidable than even Roarwings. But they are just in this open space looking for things moving around and attacking, agitated clearly by the environmental.
So we should turn around and go to the valley, right? Right.
It would take us a great deal of time and unknown dangers. I don't know that there is a good answer for what you're asking.
Yeah, it seems like it. But you know what? We can do this because we can do anything. And we have always been able to do anything that we need to do because we're alive right now and we can do it. So, we're gonna get across this rock slide where there are a bunch of other dead things that the Korskatans are hunting. Because we can do it.
We can certainly try.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the move to cross the boulder field?
We should come up with a plan.
Locknall, do you feel comfortable traversing this boulder field?
The challenges of the physicality are substantial enough, but without concern for what we're seeing, I would not think twice about it. However, again, I don't know that taking the low road would do us any better. It's simply farther, and the dangers there are perhaps even more formidable.
Locknall, you would know, because the low road is shorter and quicker to stone throw, more direct, you would know that if you turn back now, you could still arrive roughly around the same time. Going through the boulder field, depending on what you face, the high road usually took the entirety of a day to get down to stone throw. So you would likely be it's very likely would be marching well into the darkening on your way down into stone throw from here.
I'll turn to face my companions and say, you have a say. You know the threat here and the difficulty. If you wish to take the low road, given the nature, the look of what has happened here, it may be no difference in time, only in an danger. Threat. It's hard to say. As I said, I've not been on the low road. I cannot tell you what we may face there.
Therein lies my concern, is that we don't know what we face on the low road, yet here we can identify what the threats are.
Right.
That's true. I have an idea. I don't know how well it's gonna work. Because we're all a bit big. But if I were to, say, find a good stone that might be wide enough for all of us to fit under, we can use it as cover while moving, so hopefully we blend in with the environment from the aerial view.
We may need all of our faculties to make our way through this field, climbing and scrambling across. Who will carry this large stone over our heads?
My brain. My mind.
Then yes.
Locknall, can I have you make a lore check for me?
Double fours.
Double fours. Locknall. You have the Korskatans. You have the navigating boulder, this terrain, but you also have the booms. You're on the boulder side, on a cliff side, not a sharp cliff side, but every 1,000 breaths, you're also dealing with a highly disruptive, quaking gale force.
Recreating.
Right. So the mind would work perhaps for the first 1,000 breaths, but then you're going to have to set that down to then take cover. Arguably, the Korskatans are also probably flying someplace to get out of the gale force, but you just have to take into fact you're on unstable ground. So there's another realization. It's not just the boulder field. It's not just the angry, agitated birds in the sky. It's also you are dealing with the element every 1,000 breaths coming at you.
And the possibility of an additional rockfall that comes down upon us or creating an even more treacherous terrain.
I had not considered that. Low road, shall we? I will admit that there's a bit of curiosity on my part for my notes to see
I'm
what is
also
in
really curious about it.
Yes, I imagine so. Well, it's the
Okay,
same
you just
time.
told me twice. Let's go.
And
So turn around.
I look to Aruki. Shall we follow Kexyfess?
Always.
All right.
You begin your descent down. The low road, essentially this valley is wide. The high road kind of climbed up across the mountainside, some 2,000 feet along Slumbersong. The low road going deep into the valley that sinks quite deep. Under the vast range known as the Heaven's Breath. This range consists of 3 peaks, Locknall, that you know, Tithys, Mandasi, and Alganon. These 3 peaks are steep, jagged peaks that stretch very high up and keep the low road permanently shadowed from the sky crystal. You make your way down past where the camp was, some 3,000 breaths, and then move down another 2,000 breaths deep into the valley, it becoming dimmer and dimmer as you move in, and the what was once small gloom haunt trees become larger and larger. They have a sort of dark purplish needles that hang on them, a blackish bark. The ground becomes softer. Even when the boom occurs, it sweeps across these, but much of the gale force is negated. This deep in the valley floor, you can still feel the quaking and you hear the boom, but it's far less disruptive deep in the valley floor. And you enter into the Gloomhaunt Woods about midday, deep in the valley floor. The Porter's Road moves through, weaving through. It is hard to follow. At times, thick layers of needles, brownish needles, cover the floor. Long strands of white lichenous moss hang like ripped cloth from the many lower limbs that have fallen in the Gloomhaunts. The Gloomhaunts, upon entering, it becomes almost pitch black, entering into the dark canopy all around you, except for wherever there is sap or buds on the Gloomhaunt trees, they glow an eerie bluish light. The bioluminescent sap seeping down the trees. Where there's a felled, a Gloomhaunt sentinel, the sap is more vivid, and so you just see these ghostly, pale, glowing, downed trees sitting out there in the light. The white moss seems to catch the glow of the sap and almost holds on to it a little bit, almost like it absorbs a little bit of this light. I need all of you to make a called body roll for me, an awareness check. Ruki, I'll have you make this at decreased difficulty.
3-2.
I also rolled a 3-2.
Ruki?
Double force.
Oh,
Your 2 companions are fascinated by the space. Ruki, your fur is standing up on end. Not because of the glow, but because upon entering the space, it is perfectly silent. And you know that means there are no animals here. No birds are singing. Nothing is moving. It is just quiet.
There is a presence here. We should be very careful of how we proceed.
Oh, okay.
This quietness is a response of what I know, which is little of this place. None,
Oh, it is.
to be precise.
I didn't even
That
realize.
quiet is often due to the presence of some sort of predator.
But
Plus-
we're the biggest predator.
They're bigger than I.
Oh,
If you can give me a direction, I may be able to perceive what's there within a certain reach. Do you know where there's a threat coming from?
I don't know the threat, but I feel it there. And I feel it there. And I sense it there
All right.
and
so
there.
everywhere. So it's kind of an everywhere thing.
That was what I was getting at, yes.
Okay. Great.
Seer, I want to all sight, but I don't have a direction yet. If I get the opportunity to focus in a direction, I want to try that at some point.
Perfect. Yeah, as of right now, Rookie, really to you, it's just the overwhelming fact that this place, there is no sound. For several thousand breaths, you walk through. The only sound, the crunching of your footprints upon the needles. Scent is acrid. That pine scent is strong. The ground's spongy. Many layers of decaying tree and lichen. The mycelium layer is thick in this space. You move through, all the while, the sense about you, Haruki, as you move through the eerie glowing. And this is when you begin to see them. At first, you just think it's a mound of moss. But you see there are stone statues, ancient land plaque statues, hidden under these mounds of moss. They almost look like bulges on the side of the Porter's Trail. At this point, you can't make them out without disturbing stuff, but some sort of statue of a creature of some kind.
I'll step forward to the first one and just sort of, it's just covered in moss. It looks like it's
Yeah,
not
it's like
the
moss
sap,
and
it's
just
not
like-
the bioluminescence or anything like that, because I definitely don't want to touch that.
The white lichen and then just mounds of like needles. I mean, like probably many cycles of just branches and needles falling over them and then moss growing
I'll
over.
just produce my claws on my right hand and just sort of like scrape some of the moss aside to look what lays underneath.
That's what he's doing.
As you scrape it aside, you see ancient Lamplock stonework of a strange creature. It looks canine, fur, but it's the ridge from its nose kind of going back over its head is scaled. And the fur kind of sprouts from underneath the scales, and the sort of almost has long kind of spiraling antlers and kind of droopy ears that kind of go down. You also notice it doesn't have like paws, it has hooves.
I'm guessing the answer is no, but is this anything that I've seen before?
It is nothing you have seen before.
Locknall, what do you make of this?
Whoa.
I would like to make a called roll. I mean, I'd like to make a lore check to see what I can sense about this culture.
Yeah.
The history here, and this is straight lore, so because I assume this is pre-emergence.
This is yes, it's ancient Lamplock, so it would be it would be pre-emergence.
Okay. I'm going to use a primacy to bump my 2 to a. Oh no, that's a 2-1. I have to re-roll that. I'm going to re-roll the 1.
Okay.
Spend 2 primacy to do that. That's still a 2. That's double 2s.
Take back a primacy.
Yeah. I'll take back the primacy, one of the primacy that I just spent. I am not familiar with this imagery, this iconography.
Whoa. That like never happens.
It's I'm a bit less informed than the teachers of my people. I'm more of a recorder of the present.
Rookie, would you
there may
make
be-
a called roll mind for me?
Oh,
These are ancient depictions. It's nothing to be ashamed of, Lucknall, that you might not know what they are. 3-2.
We do. Okay. Yeah, Rookie, you can't really get a sense. The statue, are these depicting like a predator? Or is it like a sign of like a guard dog, or is it something? Are these great? Like, you don't really know what these symbolize. Is it supposed to be fearsome, or is it supposed to be noble? Is it supposed to be? You can't really get a read on this statue, like what it's depicting, but just the strange creature. And you see these in intervals along the trail.
That was my next question, Paul, was whether or not I get the sense that it's the same creature depicted along the sides of this trail that we're taking. They look to be the same size, shape, form. I don't want to like expose all of them,
Yes.
but yeah, general sense. Okay.
You can see, I mean, like on one, you can see like an antler sticking out of a mound, the same sort of curved antler horn. Another one, you can see the hooved feet. So you assume these are all kind of identical statues of this beast.
Perhaps sentinels or former or current inhabitants of this place, but it's not the statues that trouble me. It's the quiet.
This place has a sense of formality, probably some sacred aspect to it in the tradition of this family or these families from this region. I do feel a bit perplexed by the lack of insight I have in this strange environment. It's almost as if it's absent from the memories of Nephis itself.
so like before Nephis?
Not possible in the garden. It should have
Oh,
fallen within the first memories at the oldest, but obscure enough that I
obscure.
am
Yes.
certain.
Maybe we remember all of the details about it. We burn it into our minds.
I will
and
make note.
as soon
sure.
as we meet Stilmanthagni and we are in a safe place, because I'm not sure if when we meet him we will be in a safe place then.
Right.
Then we ask them.
But it's impossible. It is entirely possible that we will find out more information about this place as we continue. So
We should keep our voices low and keep moving.
Right.
this
I'm-
place
Rookie.
does
Not good at that.
try.
Rookie,
It's okay.
with your original body roll,
Okay.
you know this space too. It's not only that there's no animals, but clearly, other than when the boom comes and rustles through the upper canopy, there's not even like the creaking of wood, like old limbs. I mean, it is just like no wind seems to touch this valley floor beyond the abnormal one. It's just still. You begin to creep onwards past these statues. Kexyfess and Locknall, can you both make a body awareness call roll? Rookie, because of your high success, you'll auto succeed on this.
No.
That one fell.
3-2.
1-4.
Okay, Kexyfess and Rookie, you see in front of one of these statues, this is several hundred breaths later, a mound of needles and stuff, but very clearly skeletal remains of something.
A former traveler, perhaps.
But maybe an animal, maybe it's a predator. Maybe it's one of the predators that you were feeling everywhere. Maybe
Let me-
something has killed it because it's possible to kill them, and we will if we must.
Maybe I should approach it and see what it is quickly. Wait here.
Are you okay?
And I'll creep forward.
As Ruki's creeping forward, I think this is when I want to do all sight on that area.
Okay. Remind me what all sight does. It just like reveals anything that like any kind of creature or enemy in that area, right?
If it's unseen and it's in the area, on a basic success, I'll know that there's something there. On a high success, I can pinpoint it.
Okay.
That's cool and useful.
So that's a 3-1. I'll bump the 3 to a 4 with primacy, and I'll hit an 8 by 8 foot area right on the mount.
Nothing.
Okay.
Absolutely nothing.
I hate that. I don't know if it would be any better if you did find something, but I hate it.
Well, I know it's
Ruki?
not that.
You approach the skeletal remains. Very hard to make it out under the canopy. Likely several cycles at least of just stuff that has fallen from the gloom haunts.
I will again produce my claws and just kind of scrape a little bit, just enough to try to get a sense of what this is. Is it, a creature form that I know?
It is humanoid. By you would say that the skull is probably the size of a Lomplok male.
And
you even see some tattered cloth, like decaying cloth off to the side. Strangely, as you kind of move it aside, you see growing up out of one of the eye sockets is like this sort of twig that looks remarkably like the necklace that Locknall has. It comes out and it has a bioluminescent bulb glowing on it.
Would you look at that? I'll scrape a little bit more away from the body to expose more of it. It looks as though perhaps Lomplok.
You can see a couple more twigs coming out from the rib cages. I mean, it's very dry, old bones.
Can I
and then
check on those twigs?
Yeah.
This looks remarkably familiar.
Double fours.
Double fours.
Yeah.
You remember, Locknall, they had talked about that there was a Selku who gathered these twigs by going into the gloom haunts within the dream givers, and so she must be collecting something like this. It's more that goes into what she designed, or what they designed, the Selku. But this is definitely a component of that necklace.
Perhaps we should collect this.
Yes, I'd like to harvest that. Yes, collect as many as you see.
Can I help? Touch it.
Well, we'll let Ruki go ahead and make a D4 as you collect. You don't need to make a lore check. Just go ahead and a D4 because you've already seen them. 4.
Ooh.
Great. You collect 4 of these little buds. Kexyfess, can you make a challenge mind check for me?
Is that just one?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm recovering primacy, by the way.
Okay, great.
Wouldn't you believe it? It's a 1.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Can I use 2 to re-roll? Should I do that?
It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
Kexyfess, as he does this, you almost feel like there's something in those twigs that was once the mind of that Lomplok. And it almost hurts each time he snaps one of those twigs off.
I'd maybe stop for just a moment.
What is it?
Oh, that doesn't feel good. So, perhaps the reason why these twigs work is because it is giving us the skill of what was once another person.
That would be a useful thing to gift the living once you're dead, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Would it not?
It feels like it hurts them, though.
But they are gone.
Yes, that's the confusing part. It felt almost painful.
Did you notice that same feeling when the item that Locknall wears was used? In the
Well-
canyon?
There's a lot happening in the canyon, but no.
Perhaps because it's still associated with the fallen one.
Perhaps. I think we should still take them, but maybe thank him for
That seems very reasonable to me.
While
Lucknow?
Haruki's, yeah,
please.
I was just going to say, I kind of want to rummage around and see if there was anything else, any other possessions or earthly remains of this corpse.
Go ahead and make a the lore check, called lore.
Double fours again. My dice
Double
are-
fours.
You should give one of those die to Rachel, please.
We've,
we have some. It'll happen eventually.
Very good. Lucknow, you actually find the shaft of it is a little worn, decayed a bit with moss on it, but you find another pick that could be used for climbing. That this individual had, and then you find a stone, like a gemstone. It's kind of dark opal, like gemstone, smooth. It's been polished. You're not sure it has anything more than, but it is probably valuable in a market. And so that would be it would be like a value 8 object.
I found some goods on this individual's remains.
We should thank them for that as well.
Yes, I think a lot of good thanking.
Yes. You have my gratitude. And
Thank you.
your family has my gratitude as well. And I
You
should
say your thank yous. Your voice is just echoing, even quietly, through the space.
I will finish collecting the 4th branch, and then I will just kneel down and lean over to where their ear would have been on their skull and just say, "Thank you for what you have given us on this day. We will use it wisely and in the purpose of Nephis." And then I'll get up.
As you stand
So
up,
respectful.
Ruki, the statue above you of that beast, this one, its head is exposed. In that moment, you feel like the depiction is noble. These beasts are noble.
This is a good omen, and I'll sort of gesture towards the gift giver that lays on the ground. We should continue. The threat still lingers, despite our fortune.
You continue onward. From time to time, on the trail, off the trail, bodies of avian, rodent, mammal creatures, just their skeletal remains. No signs of trauma to the bones at all. A bit further on, Locknall, you notice the skeletal remains of what looks like somebody who had just sat upon a log, a selku. Just crumpled a bit on a log, not far off to one of the sides. Not far up ahead, Ruki, you notice what looks like still a little bit of flesh, but mostly decayed, 3 small forms of Lenai holding hands at the trunk of another tree, as if they just grasped hands and laid down there at the tree and died.
This is a dark place. Do people come here to die, Locknall?
I'm still looking at this deceased Selku. My understanding is no. Travelers pass through here for their various purposes, but they simply do not make it to their destination. And this place This place seems to indicate why.
I don't think that they don't look troubled.
They
is
don't.
The scary part, like they gave in to whatever it is. Perhaps we
may
I
do
have
the same.
don't
I have a
listen.
bad feeling about this.
Yes. This place may be
The
it may be
predator
cursed.
that I was worried about is not a beast, but this place itself.
You move on trepidatiously. It is quiet. The air begins to smell more of rotting. The bodies are more recently passed in these areas. You see the remains of what looks like a Wotan collapsed into a pile, lichen starting to grow. All of these remains, by the way, you notice the twigs growing out with buds. And finally, in the middle of the room, out in front of you, perhaps some weeks ago, a traveler, a Ixa, face down on the trail, still and motionless.
We should not linger here.
Can I make a field notes roll to see if there is a presence of manifesting energy in this area? Predominance, perhaps? You see me, Haruki, I pause and I pull down the face covering. My eyes make the exchange and I hold stock still. Double ones.
Ones. As he's focused on that, you hear Etu na? It echoes through the woods. Na? Etu na? Tu na? I need you all to go ahead and give me a lore check.
Paul, I was also thinking as Lacknall was doing their thing, if I had a sense of how long we had been here.
Not lore. I take it back. 1 second. Not lore. Actually, I would like mind, actually, because this is to get a sense of what this sound is, to kind of derive. It's more of a, I believe mind is, what was I seeing? It's a mundane side
Mundane
of it. What's it? It's like an intuition, essentially,
Or
of this.
intention.
Intention, yes. So it would be a mind roll. Sorry, what would you ask,
Then-
Rookie?
I'm gonna use 2 primacy.
I was thinking that while Lacknall was doing their thing, that I was wondering what, if I could tell how much time had passed since we've entered this place. And does it seem like does that jive with what I'm seeing? In terms of
it's probably felt like 5 or 6,000 breaths into the space, and that seems right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Ooh, double 4s on mine.
Ooh, thank goodness.
I'm gonna take an
And
armor factor.
Lacknall?
It's mundane though, so it's not a.
Oh, I don't get to take a recovery.
Yeah.
God
Lacknall, how
damn.
about you? What'd you get?
Of course.
Double 3s.
Double 3s. And
Also no
Kexyfess?
recovery.
Double 1s, then re-rolled with the 2 primacy to get a 2.
Oh,
There
no.
we go.
Bummer.
Rookie, to Lacknall and Kexyfess, to all of you, it sounds like a primitive language. It has a cadence to it. It has a inflection to it. Rookie, you don't like it. It's the first thing to make noise in this space.
Mhm.
You don't know what it's saying. It sounds desperate. I mean, whether it's your animal instinct or I mean, just kind of like your hunter's instinct or whatnot, you don't like it.
With the roll that I had, the double 4s, can I tell what direction it came from? or is it coming from
Yeah,
multiple directions?
it seems to be out in front. The path doesn't swerve too much, though. Up ahead, it swerves a little bit. Seems to be in that direction for sure.
I'll just point. Loch Null. It's coming from there.
Na tu na
What are you saying?
Sorry. No, do not respond to it. This is not good.
Oh,
We need to move.
okay.
I'd like to all sight with a 4-1.
Sorry.
4-1.
Nice.
You sense out ahead. There is something there. I mean, it's beyond the path weaves around. You are picking up a life form.
There is something there, but I think we know that already.
na tu.
I'm perplexed by this language. There is.
It is a trick. It is a trick.
I don't know if I would know if it's old land plaque, but that would be the only language that I would be aware of as a prior language.
Would you like to make a called roll lore?
I would, because I feel like it's kind of like
Maybe.
Kexyfess?
no, I can't double ones again.
Can I have you make a challenge roll mind? And Locknell, I'll also have you make a challenge roll mind.
Okay.
To you, this voice sounds desperate, like it's pleading for help.
Okay.
That's another one.
I got a 4.
4.
I think I maybe cursed you guys. I don't think it's the dice.
Kexyfess,
I have 2 dice.
you're convinced
Not good.
that this might be somebody, some in a language you don't understand, calling out for help. That maybe this predator has it somehow. This predator Ruki has talked about. Locknell, you're not so convinced. You're kind of able to push back. It still sounds desperate to you, but you kind of hear what Ruki's saying. It's a trap and stuff like that. But Kexyfess, this is maybe somebody who might die soon.
Ruki didn't remember when he went out into the forest to make sure that the person that might have been injured,
This
the
is a
Lena,
trick.
wasn't actually.
Kexy, you must believe me.
Oh,
It is a trick to get you enthralled.
it's very confusing, and I don't like it. Can I try to mind read? If I extend my consciousness out to this thing and try to read its mind.
You might
Just
need
kind
to
of
get a
goes-
bit closer. Locknall has seen kind of sensed where it's at, but you don't. You just know a general vicinity, so it would be kind of like spitting a mind read out into the dark.
Yeah.
You're just as probably more likely to hit a tree or something. You would likely need sight of the creature, or at
Oh.
least have a very strong sense of where it's at.
Kexy, I've
Right now, the
told
voice
you,
echoes.
I've told you of my village, yes? On the
Yeah.
coast,
Yeah.
there is a fish that swims amongst the corals that uses
That's cool.
its parts of its own body as a means of entrapment for others.
Oh.
It angles like my father fishes for fish, but it itself does the same. It tricks. Sounding beautiful, looking beautiful, calling for help in this place. I do not think it is a good idea.
That makes sense. And I think you're right. But
Ruki?
there's something.
Ruki, can I have you make a called roll lore in convincing her? In convincing Kexyfess?
3-1, but I will snap. Can I snap one of the branches that I have and see if it helps?
The one that Locknell has? Yeah, you can reach over to his neck and snap one. On the,
Oh,
on
I'm
the
going to
pendant.
snap one of the
Yeah.
ones that I
Oh,
that
one
I
of the little
collected.
ones.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you snap it. It does not give you primacy.
3-1.
3-1. Kexyfess? You
I
gotta
tried.
This is so sad because Kexyfess believes so fully in Ruki.
Tuna
There's-
tuna.
It breaks
Well,
Ruki's
okay.
heart.
Okay, what if, and just hear me out, I get sight on whatever this is, and I try to peer into its mind. And if there like isn't a mind there, or if there's bad intentions, then we can go away.
This would be a good time for you to have the smaller form of to be in as you advance, but we cannot release this other creature that you possess into.
The roar wing? Well, maybe we could use the roar wing as bait.
I think it would be best if we went around.
Would it not follow us?
I don't know.
And by it, I mean potentially a person that needs help.
I'm not convinced that there is anything there that needs our help.
I can't describe it. Like, Ruki, you know I believe in you. You know that you are, I believe that you are capable of anything and everything. You are so smart and so strong and can tackle every challenge and succeed at it. You know I believe that.
I try hard.
And you do. And you succeed. And there is just something that I am feeling about this that just... I can't let it go.
Do what you must.
Okay.
So
Okay,
do you move ahead?
Hold the Suihu. I'm gonna go ahead, and if I start to feel like it's bad, I'm gonna abort.
So I'm coming with you.
Are you okay? We go together.
We'll draw your attention
okay.
back to the VTT.
Oh no! I hate this. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this so much.
I do not
Feels
Look
know
what you've
forward.
done to us. Look what you've done to us.
I wish I didn't have to.
I know. It's amazing.
Oh,
Kexy,
no.
You should be able to move the roar wing.
Yes.
Begin to move
Where do we?
ahead. This is
hearing
the
it
trail.
from?
It starts to wind. You're hearing it from way over here, way down over
Okay.
this direction.
And we've been following the trail pretty steadily this whole time.
Yes, correct.
Okay, then I don't think Kexy would stop following
Locknall,
the trail.
are you staying put or following them?
I'm
You're staying
staying put.
Okay. More of the statues lie here, more bodies. You even see a gore overgrown with the moss. Skeletal remains, half of it in flesh.
This map is so cool.
As you begin
That's
to
really pretty.
move your way down the glowing sap, you start to come to a clearing. It's been a while now since you've heard the voice, but you're pretty sure the voice came from over here.
I'm going to keep within sight of them, so I'm not going to just let them
Okay.
disappear.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay.
Locknall
Ruki,
is straggling behind. Ruki and Kexyfess, you come out to the clearing, and there is a large statue of this beast,
Oh.
but it looks much larger. And it stands atop this huge, almost box-like stone section. Then I need just Ruki and Kexyfess to go ahead and make a challenge body for awareness.
Oh boy.
Challenge or called?
I'm going challenge.
4.
Oh, challenge is 1. Sorry. I rolled 2. 4.
4. Very good. Both of you hear the creaking of gloom haunts. And then I need Locknall, Ruki, and Kexyfess to all make a challenge roll mind.
Challenge roll mind.
That's correct.
I'm bringing out the chunky die for this.
What is that? And
It's
oh,
my-
that's huge. It's just big. Yeah.
It's a big D4. I rolled a 3.
Kexyfess?
I got a
2, and can I use primacy?
You can. Mind is your discipline. Lucknall?
Oh,
I got a 2 as well.
through it.
And 1 primacy is not going to help me. So
It's another 2.
Another 2. Okay. What is
Well-
the turn order?
Oh boy.
I'm third.
I think if you don't mind, Ruki, I think Kexy's like in this, you know.
Yeah, I don't think Rue would take the first move anyways, because he is definitely there simply to support Kexy's exploration of whatever this is.
Kexy. The stone statue to the right up here shifts. You hear crumbling, and the creature turns its stone head towards you and steps down off of its stone pedestal.
Hi. Have you seen anyone in need of help?
It hoofs steam. Actually, not steam. It snorts. Sorry, this is bigger than that. It snorts. This thing like almost the size of like a horse, essentially, but canine, hooved and whatever. It snorts and it snorts out lightning, like electricity.
Oh.
And it paws at the ground towards you. Ruki, the one to your left, animates, breaking from the rock. And finally, Lucknall, you hear crumbling noise behind you.
Oh no.
As all of a sudden you notice this statue animate behind you. Kexyfess, your turn.
Oh man.
So I'm guessing that whatever was calling out for us is not here and might have been these things. Okay, I'm so sorry. Kexy is going to try and do what their original plan was to try and read one of these things' minds.
Okay, go ahead and how many dice are you putting out?
I'm gonna use 2.
2. Let's do it.
A 4 and a 3. Would it be worth it for me to up that to a 4-4?
It could be beneficial.
I have 4 primacy left. Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
All right.
4-4.
Kexyfess, you reach out to read its mind. It doesn't have a mind. You realize it's an illusion. And then you become aware of something else here. You do, because of that 4-4, you connect with another mind. It is not sentient, it's bestial, but it's very alien, and it's very powerful. I will allow for a called roll body to try and understand what you have just connected with. This one disappears.
Interesting. 4 and a 2.
4 and a 2. Kexyfess, you notice all of a sudden off to your left-hand side, one of the pine stands, sentinels, it lifts off of the ground, almost unfolding silently out. It actually has very narrow roots, and then it shifts out long ways behind you, and then plants back into the ground. And as you watch and you kind of look up towards the sky, you notice the branch starts to arc over and arc over. And then you see it. Up there in the tree canopy, probably 16 by 16 feet, this bark mask staring down to you, pine branches blending in with the canopy coming from all around it. It has 2 eyes, just eye sockets, like in the mask, just dark. It has a flat nose, pine needles kind of coming out of its nose, and a mouth. I mean, all of this is just like a mask. It's non-moving. and it's just staring down at the three of you over top of you. 1 second.
That's fucking cool and terrifying.
So cool. Oh no!
It has 5. You can see it actually. There's 5 of these limbs that stretch out, coming down like tree canopies. It's this gigantic plant-like creature, and it just and it like shakes its head as you kind of look up at it, all the branches shaking, and it just kind of twitches. You can hear the groaning, and you realize that Ruki is not staring at it at all. Ruki is staring at that statue almost in a defensive posture. Locknall behind you is staring at another statue. They have no idea this thing is here.
It's not real. It's not real. The real thing is
Ruki.
up.
I think you're second.
Yeah. So Ruki just instinctively
out in front of you.
growls, and I'm going to use enhance body to make my claws grow longer on my hands as I take a step forward towards this offending creature that stands before me, not knowing that it's some sort of illusion. Yep, I'm going to use both my dice to try to manifest this on my claws. And that is a 4-3. I'm going to go ahead and bump it to a 4-4. I don't know what that does, but it seems like it's probably a good idea. Is that a +2 damage?
So now you have a +2 damage to your attacks.
And do I have to use an action die to maintain that?
You would, right? Come to the end of his next turn.
What was it?
Every turn?
I'm sorry. What are you maintaining?
Turn, my manifestation enhanced body.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's at the end of my turn.
So you don't have to decide to maintain it until you get to that point of your next turn.
Right. Okay. Great. So that's what I do. I step forward and my claws grow even longer as I and try to make myself as big as possible.
Locknall, what are you doing? This beast is right behind you.
I shall analyze weakness and prepare myself to better defend. I'm going to use 1 die because I may need to use the other one to brace myself.
Okay.
No, that is terrible. So I will brace myself anyway, and I'll just spend the die to do that.
Okay. You gain the braced against this creature. I need you all to make a challenge roll mind for me.
3.
4.
4.
Locknall, please remove 1 IS from your character sheet, and you begin to feel dizzy. Kexyfess and Ruki, for a moment, you feel a little bit hazy. You kind of like shake your head. And you just feel like a little bit cognitively, like a little bit like moving through molasses, but then it kind of passes. And Ruki, this beast charges at you. The giant wolf-like creature roars, and as it opens up its mouth, you see like electricity kind of almost shock between 2 canines of its teeth, and it bites at you. That is a 2-1. It will bump that to a 2-2. And take back the primacy. It bites as you kind of dodge away, showing your claws and stuff, and it just barely misses. Locknall, the one near you, charges at you, bringing down its horns also shooting off the sort of static electricity as it charges towards you.
I am braced.
You are braced, and I made another 2-1. So, this is good for you guys. Boast it to a 2-2, take the primacy, and we are to you, Kexyfess, this large plant creature looming over top of you, just staring down at you. And it seems transfixed. It actually like has hovered over top of you now, and it's just looking down at you as you see Haruki like dodge out of the way of nothing. and getting ready to swipe. And this thing is just like looking, and it's like and it like shakes, and its like branches sort of move as another one of its legs picks up and moves, and it's just repositioning itself.
I think that Kexyfess has never seen anything like this ever in their time alive. As far as their memory can reach back past Nuovarden, this has never been something that they have seen before, and is filled with a mixture of awe and pure terror. That something such as this exists, and that it is affecting their friends, which is not cool, but also is kind of cool. And so I think Kexy is gonna say, they're illusions, it's not real, and is going to fly up directly towards this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm gonna do a very dumb thing and try to take it over.
I don't think it's too large. Can you take over? It has to be a certain size, correct?
It doesn't have to be a size thing. It's a matter of sentience or not sentience. So any creature that a Starnum tries to inhabit gets the challenge roll. If the Starnum is successful, they inhabit it, but a sentient creature can use its action to try to kick them out.
Okay. All right. You can do so. I'll say this. As you draw near to it, you know this thing is intrinsically mind-oriented as you are. And so it's going to be at an increased difficulty to inhabit.
Okay. I think that means I would need to get a 4/4, right? In order
A 4/4
to inhabit.
or a 5.
4/4 or a 5.
Right, correct. If you bump a 4 to a 5. Yep.
Then I think understanding that, instead of trying to inhabit it, I'm going to try and telepathically communicate to it.
You already have that sort of link. You had already tried that.
With the mind reading.
Remember when you had reached out. And so it's back to your turn. So by the end of this turn, if you don't maintain it, but you are connected to this thing's mind currently.
Okay. Then can
It feels very alien.
Does it seem to have any sense of thoughts I could latch onto, or some kind of emotion of a pure variety of like just anger, like a core kind of emotion?
Yeah. Hunger. Like it's about to eat.
That's the worst thing you could have said ever.
Also,
Okay.
quick correction on the inhabit. It doesn't have to be sentient for it to be able to fight back. You can only indefinitely inhabit a creature that's half your size factor, and that's not sentient. Any other creature can use its action to attempt to kick you out.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Hunger. You know it is hungry and food is on the table.
I can get you more food if you let us go.
I will say this, you know by connecting, it is not a sentient creature. Communicating with it, it's non-sentient.
Yeah, so it's just attacking. Oh, that's so hard. I think Kexyfess is stumped with this creature and doesn't know what to do, because their friends are down there fighting for their lives against something that isn't real, and there is an alien being that is so unlike anything they have ever known above them, shaking at them menacingly. I think that's just gonna be the turn of like that, them figuring
hold on to
out
your
that
action?
this isn't. Yeah.
Okay. You can use that to assist. Remember that.
Yeah.
Or make a one-die action as a held is an option.
Or, make one day as a held. Yeah. Rookie, you are up. This beast is just bitten at you.
Yeah, I'm going to defend myself. Did I hear the it's not real?
You did. You may make a challenge roll mind. You heard it. Did you comprehend it? Is the question, and I need you to go ahead and make a challenge roll mind for that.
Challenge roll mind. That is a 1.
There's a 1. No. You know, Kexyfess said something. It feels important, but this giant rock wolf creature just tried to bite. Like, you can't be thinking about what she's saying. You gotta kill this thing.
Yeah. Okay, so I've got my enhanced claws. I need to, if I want to have them next turn, I would have to hold a die back, one of my action dice. So I'm thinking I will attack with 1 die first to see how it goes.
Okay. Yeah.
I think the odds are the same. I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm scared.
Your odds aren't the same with 2 dice, but if you
they're the same with each die, though. Whether I do 1 or, you know what I mean? Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, true.
Yeah. I just won't get like a high success. But okay, here we go. I'm gonna use 2 IS to re-roll that. Or excuse me, primacy to re-roll those.
Yeah.
Yep.
You could use IS. We did determine that is a
that's true. Rule. You can do that to regain primacy.
Right.
When you're really hurting.
Which I almost did.
Or you want to hurt more. Okay, so I'm going to re-roll that 1. I got a 4. Okay, so that's a 4.
There we go. You hit.
That's D4
Remember,
plus
you get
2
plus
damage.
2.
Yeah.
Yep.
3 plus 2, 5 damage on this thing.
You strike this thing, your claws rending through it. Smoke. It's not there.
What? I turn around and look
you
for
still have an action.
Target. Do I see another target?
You don't see Kexyfess anywhere. You see Locknall is transfixed with nothing. You're not sure where you could make like a body awareness to try and see what's going on. But we would need your action. You're just like, come out of this. You're like, what's going on?
Yeah, for sure. I'm going to use my, I'm gonna use my action die to maintain my manifestation.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna be like,
you're just kind of like looking around what's going on.
No! And then I'm just gonna start like running around madly looking for my friend. And that's
you do see Locknall down the trail a little bit. Locknall, you're up.
All right. Do I get to also make that mind check from the?
You do also get to make the mind check. Correct. Yep.
Well, that did not work. So I'm also super hyper focused.
I assist.
I don't think you can assist with challenge rolls. I think it's just called rolls. Or can you assist with challenge?
I don't think. I mean, it says in the rule book. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Okay,
But I think
I can take a look.
Okay.
I had the idea, but with Rookie, but the time had already passed. Like they were already attacking at that moment, and I went, it could have. If it's possible, that would have been nice.
Now, what you could do, Kexyfess, what you could do is use an action. You have a saved up action that you haven't used yet. You could do something to try and give a booster, like maybe I think you can mental fortify or something, like mind shield with the mind discipline.
Or like lucid
support,
or you could give lucid, right? Yeah.
I will attempt to do that. Extend some of my consciousness to kind of block out the influence on Locknall's brain.
Using 1 or 2 dice.
I only have 1.
It can only be 1 because it's a hell.
Okay. Mind manifestation, 1 die.
It's a 3 that I will bump to a 4.
Okay.
Locknall, you giving lucid to Locknall?
Yes.
Locknall, smoke. The thing disappears.
They're not real.
Locknall, what are you doing? It's your turn.
Do I see? I'll spin around, looking where I knew my friends were.
Yeah.
And I'll run up the trail.
You see Rookie actually moving towards you, claws out. And you do actually see Kexyfess is way up near the canopy. It's dark. It's hard to see her. But she seems to be doing something up near the canopy. You could use an action to make a body check for awareness.
Where is Kexy?
I point up to where Kexy is, and I will go ahead and try to. I'll use a single die since I haven't used my actions yet.
And we'll say it's decreased difficulty because Kexyfess is clearly distracted by something up there.
Okay. That's a 2, so I can't quite tell.
Yeah, you don't see. You just see the canopy, and you're not quite sure what she's doing up there. Like, what is going on? Yeah.
I'll hold my other die for assist. But I point, Haruki, Kexy's up there. Kexy!
I need all of you to go ahead and make a mind challenge roll. This is at decreased difficulty for you, Locknall, because you have Lucid.
The Lucid.
4.
Oh, jeez. I still rolled a 1.
Oh, no!
Oh, no. Locknall and Kexyfess, please lose one more IS.
I have a question.
Never work in my...
Yeah.
Is this... Wait, no, that's only my natural form. If I'm in something, then I don't take the additional damage from mental, right?
No, that's not true.
It is.
Mental.
So I would take mental regardless of what form I'm in.
Yes, and that's a +2.
Okay. So if this is a
she takes increased mental?
I do. If this is from...
then you take 3 damage.
I will take 3 damage. I think you hear Kexy scream like a bird squawk.
Oh,
no. Kexyfess, Locknall again. Locknall, actually, your brain seems even more woozy now. You almost feel a little bit drunk. Kexyfess, you start to... Kexyfess, well, you kind of know. This thing you sensed is very connected to the mind discipline. This thing is impacting your mind, and that is what a sternum is. And you can feel it in the fabric of you. Ruki, again, you just kind of feel like this phase, but you're like, you're just like looking up finally.
Do I see the face up there?
You do not yet. Unless, did you have a saved action?
No, but I just looked up when Locknall.
Yeah, you just see Kexyfess up there and just see a canopy. It's blending in.
Okay.
You can use an action to try and discern it.
Is it my turn?
It's dark and shaded. No, it's not your turn.
Okay.
It's its turn. Haruki, I need you to make a challenge roll mind. I got a 4-1.
That's just 1 die for me, right?
Yep.
Yeah, 2.
Haruki, this statue here breaks apart and snorts at you and actually immediately charges at you. To attack. That's a 3-3. I will bump that to a 4-3. It hits. Haruki, you take 3 points of mental damage. This thing, but it feels like you get hit by this thing, and Locknall, you see Ruki like throw himself backwards against the ground for a minute, scuffed. Nothing is there, but he throws himself backwards, like grabs his chest as this thing and Haruki, you see this thing rams you in the chest, and you go back.
Mechanically, does that sap my 2 temporary injury scale points that I got from my bedroll, or does that not apply
Correct.
here? That does? Okay.
No, it would apply there. Yep.
Okay, so I just take 1.
It's just 3 IS as normal. Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
And now we go back to Kexyfess. You see Haruki down below you had looked up at you and then like stares at the statue out in front of him and then throws himself backwards and is now like snarling at nothing.
I don't think that Kexy has felt this mental dissonance in a very long time, and it takes them back to when the memories of the sternum that they carry with them had passed. And it is scary. Far more fear in this experience than they have felt. And they recall Vernax again. That same phrase that they repeat to themselves over and over, that the mind is a blade, but the weapon and a direct path that will guide you to whatever you seek. And what they seek is to protect their friends and to protect themselves. And I think that they will try to inhabit the creature.
Okay. So this is going to be just a standard roll. It decreased difficulty, but this thing has increased resistance. So standard roll. And it will get a chance to resist.
A 4 that I bumped to a 5.
Ooh, very good. Kexyfess, we're going to wrap up here. Kexyfess, you go in to this thing's mind. And it is torment as you go into the psyche of many, many minds. The Lamplok, 3 Leni, the Selku, remnants of them and their last moments of seeing things, of getting woozy and tired and lying down and sleeping and dying. And you are also ravenously hungry for the mind of Ruki and Locknall. Your growth is contingent upon devouring their minds. And this is where we'll end today's episode.
Oh, no.
Wow.
What have you done? What have you done?
We'll see if I can control any of it.
Kexyfess.
We'll see.
Oh,
If
You guys
I'm
enjoy?
just one of the minds now.
Oh, God damn it, Paul.
Holy cow.
Oh,
So cool.
woo.
I call it the Etuna.
The
It is a
That's what
a
they call it.
Yeah, it's a floral, mystical, or mythical creature that I created. Yeah.
wow.
Amazing.
Yep. It's about to devour
That-
our minds.
Fucking
That
terrifying.
is a banger.
That's
Yeah.
cool. That's such cool. What a great cliffhanger. Fuck. All right.
Mind. Oh, we're gonna talk after. We gotta talk after.
Yeah.
I need to talk for at least 5 minutes after.
We're gonna die.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. Wow, Paul, thank you so much. That was a great session, from the canyon challenge to this crazy forest.
Mhm.
Wow. Okay. Very cool. Very cool stuff. Let's go around the table and say some outros, and then I'll do a couple announcements, and we'll get the heck out of here. Let's go ahead and start. Rachel, let's start with you, please.
Hi, I am Rachel, also known as Ktyria. I play Kexyfess, who might be within the mind of a creature and now hungering for their dearest friends. We'll see next time, which you can catch me here next Thursday and figure out the resolve of this crazy cliffhanger, because I really want to know too. That's me.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Rachel.
Oh my
Jumping over to
gosh.
Dungeon Mr. Ty.
Phew, I am amazed. This was such a great session, and I love this creature. I love this creature so much for Nuovarden. So A++ for that, Paul. And we don't even understand it completely. Brilliant design. Dungeon Mr. Ty, creator of Nuovarden, this game that I'm being taught right now by the game master that is Penburrow. Also, Adventure Sling has a lot of things going on. Some of the things that you can enjoy immediately: 2 podcast episodes releasing tomorrow. One in the Chronicles of Nephis, the part 3 of the final arc of the Bridgeway trilogy that we played last year, converted to audio for your podcast enjoyment, and a new Adventure Sling Pod interview, fresh off the presses there. And I will be playing tomorrow at Reflect Games, celebrating Maui's birthday, woo-woo, in that game. And be back here on Thursday, and more stuff to announce coming up. So thanks, Dave. Thanks, everybody. Cast, chat. Good to see you here.
Ty, thank you so much for creating this game so that Paul could torment us. Paul, what a fantastic session. Truly giving us a glimpse into your diabolical mind, and all of these physical descriptions of these places is so fucking tactile. So I love that. That for me, that's something that really hits home. So thank you very much. Thanks for being here. What do you got for us, Paul?
Hey everybody, Paul Angelo, Penburrow online socials. I created House of Eidolons, but that's what we're going to talk about. Go play Nuovarden, guys. There are so many great stories and creatures to be explored here. I think it's like just help expand this world because it is a really fantastic world. Thank you, Ty, for letting me just be creative and go nuts. And I've been waiting for this moment since I dreamt it up in some fevered dream to torment my players. So check it out. Come join us next Thursday. Beyond that, check out our pre-launch if you want to get in on House of Eidolons and get some exclusive content. It's $1 to get into our pre-launch, and it helps us know when to successfully kickstart. So if you're interested in anything cyberpunk, heist-like, that sort of fun stuff, go check it out. I see you guys next Thursday. Yeah.
Paul, thank you so much. As I said before, this has been fantastic. I can't wait till next week. I wish it was here already. Guys, go over to eidolonsrpg.com and make sure that you get in at the ground level with this Kickstarter. The pre-launch is awesome. It's $1. You get notified when the thing launches. Plus, you get this exclusive content that only pre-launch supporters get, right, Paul? Which is the Necrotech package.
The Necrotech.
Yeah, which actually was sort of came out of one of the games that we played on Guild Superior at the trilogy, the prequel trilogy to Siren's Demise with our
That's what happens. Good
Jeremy
content comes out of these.
Wander's Haven. Yeah, so Jeremy, thanks for that.
You,
but please go over and support Paul and Josh as they prep for this thing. We want that to be as big of a success as we possibly can. So thank you for that. Folks, my name is Dave, Dungeon Dave to be exact, and I am so grateful for these beautiful people here and the minds and creativity. All of the folks who have been constantly contributing to and sharing their creativity with our community here at Guild Superior. Thank you all for being part of that. There's a lot going on here always and a lot coming in the future. Next week, however, on Tuesday, we're taking a break. We're going to do a little R&R next week. And I was actually going to pitch the idea of doing a Fire and Ice watch party over at the Guild Superior Discord on Tuesday night. So that might happen. There's something else that's possibly getting scheduled for next week that we need to maybe work around. But depending on how that falls out, we might have something going on Tuesday, just low key at the Discord. So if you're a member of the Discord, keep an eye out for that. And then on Thursday, we'll be back with this game. To pick up where we left off and to make sure that our minds get fully devoured by Kexy and her new friend, which it will be sad, but really exciting. And then Ty is going to be, we're going to be starting a new Call of Cthulhu game with Ty behind the scenes. Ty, do you want to tell people a little bit about what that's going to be? And that starts on April
21st.
21st. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, very excited for this one. This is an original Call of Cthulhu adventure written by me called The Strange Case of Kozlov's Mummy. Has a phenomenal cast of players coming together that we had a great session 0 of character creation and interplay and backstory to the degree that I think this honestly not any sort of prowess on my end, just the nature of what's coming together is going to be such a story for you horror fans of Cthulhu and the great mysteries of the old ones. So it's set in 1934. We open up in Arkham, Massachusetts, the infamous imaginary city from the Lovecraft library and lore. And we're going to find out who is Kozlov and what is this mummy and go from there. So looking forward to getting that started and hope to see you there.
Oh my God. It's going to be great. I can't
so
wait.
cool.
That's so cool. And so on top of that, then we also have on the 18th, that very same week, we'll be starting a new series with Shiv called Dying Dreams, which is a Simbaroom 3-part series every other Saturday starting on the 18th. It is a crazy setting. The system is pretty wild. I'm looking forward to giving it a thorough exercise. But yes, it is. We're excited about that. And then we'll be back with some more of our Summer of Siege starting in June. So we're getting ready for that right now. That will be our contribution to the Summer of Siege event that Trollard Games is putting on. And we'll be diving back into our Greyhawk campaign, the Age of Worms adventure path that was put out by Paizo about 20 years ago, which has been really fun. We ran through the first chapter of that last summer, and we'll be diving back into that adventure as well. So keep an eye out for that and all the other stuff. You guys, thank you so much. That was epic. That was so much fun.
So cool.
Bravo, Paul. That was great. All right, so we're going to sign off. Stick around for just another 30 seconds to a minute. I'll find someone to rate into, and we'll see you next Thursday for more of this crazy story. Take it easy, everybody.
Yeah.